started.
All right, brother. So, I guess today we're going to talk about the Christian dilemma. Talk about like fake Christians.
Sure, yeah.
How they are.
I got you.
So, for instance, like there's a lot of people that fake virtue and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like sheep in wolf skins, what I call them.
Okay.
Like, for instance, I went to a church, like one of the churches in, what is it, like downtown Denver?
Yeah.
And like I'll see the pastor, like he'll be preaching. They were talking about Boaz.
Yeah.
You know, Boaz and Ruth, the story. And it's funny because it's like, oh, I'm sure a lot of women want a man like Boaz.
Yeah.
But a lot of women have only met guys that are broke ass, lazy ass. And all the women were like, yeah, woo. Like, I'm like, what the? I was like, okay. But in my head, I'm like, beta. Like, what the fuck?
At a church, they were saying that?
Yeah, bro. The pastor was.
Okay.
You know, and I was like, okay. But, you know, he just tells a woman, like, they should lay. That's why Ruth laid at his feet and not next to him. Because she laid next to him, she would be insinuating. Like,
sure.
Something more
I get you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like, okay, but yet he won't call out the woman. And that don't make no sense to me.
It is strange how, like, you do see them always calling out the men, and I'm like, that's fine, you know? Yeah. We need to be called out when we need to be called out.
Yeah, for sure, and I agree on that.
But it's like, when you call a woman out, for some reason, they get very defensive.
Exactly. So it's like, I'm like, that's like a beta male pastor.
I mean, I thought we were equal.
Right, because you know, he's going to sit there and call us out. But he not wants to tell a woman, oh, you guys just stop being hoes. Like, stop being hoes, stop disrespecting men. You need to be a more submissive woman. And of course, they're not going to say that because they know they're going to lose a lot of the women in the church. Because you know how they're like, ooh, and like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Sure, yeah. I mean, yeah, I have no problem being called out as a man for, you know, not doing good, you know?
Right, exactly.
If we're messing up and we're not doing right, we need to be called out. But same goes for the other side.
Same goes for them. And he won't say that because I know he will lose women in the church. And a lot of places are like that.
The women,
like, really, bro?
Oh, yeah. Women play a critical role in the church, you know?
Exactly.
They do a lot.
Yeah, because imagine if he would say stuff like that, a lot of them would leave and they would lose a lot of followers and they would lose money too. Because of that.
I say so be it, you know.
And that's why I feel like women need to be held more accountable as well.
Sure.
It's always like directed toward the men because they know we can take it. Yeah. But he won't tell the woman straight up.
I feel that.
And I was kind of like, you know, that's kind of one thing that I thought was odd.
For sure.
There. And when I hear the women like you guys are supposed to sin and be quiet. Like, have you read the Bible?
I wouldn't go that far, but hey,
you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Like, they're supposed to be more respectful. Like, why are you guys hooping and hollering? Is that what they call it?
Hooting, I think.
Hooting, my bad. Hooting. What are we playing?
It's like basketball and they're being loud, bro. They're hooping and hollering.
Yeah, and that's one thing I thought was like that.
No, for sure. Because I don't know if you want to get into that, but I do feel like as men, we don't feel a type of way when men get called out.
No, we don't.
But
we're just like, yeah.
Because we take it as individuals.
Right.
And I feel like when you criticize a woman, they don't take it as an individual. They take it as, oh, so you think all women, you know, like they seem to have a very tribalistic kind of view on it. Like, well, if you're being, you know, if you're calling out this woman, you're calling out me, and I don't like that.
Right, and I think that's how they take it too personal, right?
I think so.
Because it's like, yeah, women should stop being hoes, but they won't tell them that kind of stuff.
Sure, yeah.
I will. I'll tell them, you know what I mean? But, like, obviously I'm not going to tell them to their face, but...
Oh, I mean, there's respectful ways of saying, you know, hey, you know, promiscuity isn't really something.
It's because I feel like some women fake virtue.
Oh, sure.
To try to get a virtuous man or to play that image, like, oh, like I look like this and this and that, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, you know, like I said, I always try to see both sides of it. I'm sure there's plenty of men who pretend to be Christian and good guys.
To get that female, to get that virtuous female. Exactly. Yeah. That is true. You're right. So, and they're just trying to get in her pants. She has low body count. And they like that. Yeah. They're more drawn to it.
So, like I said, I'm always going to look at both sides of it. Because I'm not going to be...
No, for sure. Yeah. I think males in the church also fake virtue. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like I have a friend. He was like... He did this church thing. And they traveled somewhere and stayed at a hotel.
Yeah.
And all the girls... He went with some girls. And they were part of the choir. But like... Then they were getting like... crap-faced drunk.
Yeah.
And he was like, what? He even told his mom, he's like, Mom, like I I need more godly people. Like, what's up with this?
Yeah.
I don't think he's the most godliest man, but he's just like in his head, he thought, oh, these people are going to be different. No, they totally were like, you know what I mean? Kind of burst his bubble.
No, for
he was
sure.
expecting, I think he was expecting more from a woman.
Absolutely. And I mean, shit, we kind of have an idea of what like a church should look like and what Christians should look like.
Yeah, that's true.
But I mean, we're not perfect. We're human beings just like anyone else. You know,
That's true. Yeah, no, you're right.
We're gonna mess up.
Yeah. No, and one thing my mom's always said, it's like, if it looks bad on a man, it looks worse on a woman.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, these hoes are good.
She's not wrong, you know? There's a huge stigma that, like, it's okay for men to be promiscuous.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, it's not.
No, that's not either. No, you're right.
No.
That doesn't make you virtuous either.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I get what my mom's saying, because, like, women are sometimes held in a higher standard. In a way. Yeah.
It's a little unfair, but at the same time, like, everything has to be called out.
Yeah, because I also think, like, with a lot of the red pill content I see, it's like, they say that women control the sex more.
They do.
In a sense, and I do think it's true, because it's like men just approach. You know, it's up to them.
It's up to a woman
they get
to
the
say
final
yes or
say,
no.
bro. Yeah, they get the final say, like, no cap. You know?
Right.
And another thing I thought was, like, why modern women won't go to confessional churches. Like, for instance, like the Eastern Orthodox, the Roman Catholics. Like, when I went to the priest and I was talking to him, I was like, hopefully I'll find myself a good woman one day, you know?
Right.
Maybe an Eastern Orthodox one, and he was like, you'll find, instead of saying he agreed with me, he's like, well, you'll find a nice woman. It's like, yeah, because bro, I don't see these women going to, like, Roman Catholics are doing confessions there. No.
Yeah.
Because imagine if they're hoes, fool, they're not gonna go to the father.
Yeah, I mean, you know, no one likes to confront their own flaws, you know, and
right.
No one likes to take accountability for what they're doing.
Right, like imagine they're like, oh, father, like, I'm embarrassed. It's like, what happened? I got my back blown out last night.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, shit, dude.
Father would be like, oh, what?
Yeah.
No Eucharist for you, no Holy Communion for you today.
Oh my god.
That's why I feel like a lot of modern women like to go to a lot of prostitute churches.
Protestant?
Protestant, my bad, because they can get away from that, you know?
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. You can be very anonymous in some of those churches,
like,
you know?
Yeah, like, I'm not trying to be a dick towards women, but
no,
like,
I hear you.
feel like a lot of hoes go to non-denominational churches.
Yeah, I mean...
I couldn't see, like, a modern woman go to, like, those ancient way churches.
Yeah.
Because it's all patriarchs. So if they're a feminist, they're not going to want to be there. Like, oh, why do only men get to be priests? Or, why do only men get to be preachers? And now we have women preachers.
For sure.
Yeah.
And, like, I'll be honest, I always feel weird about that topic, personally. I just haven't studied it enough. Because I'm like, the Bible says, you know, like, women shouldn't be preachers.
Yeah.
But, like, the Bible also says tons of stuff, you know, tons of things that we shouldn't do, and we still do it anyway.
That's true.
So, like, a lot of people think, well, if you still sin in other areas, why is this the one that you, like, are going so hard on?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's kind of, you know, gives people a bad look.
That's true. I feel like, and a lot of people interpret it the way they want to interpret it.
Yeah, I mean, it's never good. We're not meant to interpret things.
Like, I'm not trying to be a dick, but like if I went into a church and there's a woman preaching, I probably would walk out.
And no, and I agree in a sense, right?
Yeah, just because I'm doctrinal about it.
Sure, yeah. In my eyes, it's like, if there's plenty of things we're not supposed to be doing, but we do them anyway.
That's true.
But in my eyes, if you go to a church and you see a woman preaching, and you know that they're not supposed to, then it's like, well, you're already starting off on the wrong foot.
Yeah,
what else?
I get you. It's like, oh, what else?
What else is going on?
What else is going on in this church?
Sure, yeah.
That's true.
And it's like, you see a lot of, like, it seems to be women who really love to be inclusive about things, you know? They want to make sure everyone feels good. They want to include everyone, make everyone feel nice, which can be a great thing.
Right.
But then that's when you start getting, like, the church doing, like, pride festivals.
Yeah,
and I'm like, well, you know, like, you know, I'm not going to say it by name, but, you know, we also have someone who's gay who goes to our church.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, he doesn't go anymore, though.
No?
But, no, I haven't seen him.
Fair enough.
Since I've started going.
But, I mean, they've been going for years.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't even go, you know?
Yeah. But I think it's like, are you living that lifestyle actively? Or are you just, like, perverted in your mind,
What do
right?
you mean?
It's just hard. Like, are you like if you're gay?
Mm.
If he's gay, like, is he living that lifestyle?
Mm.
Like, being with men, laying with men,
Sure.
or does he want to go against that?
Right.
And be godly about it.
I get you, because like I said, we don't judge him because we're not really meant to judge in the sense.
No, of course not. It's between him and God at the end of the day, right?
Amen.
Yeah.
And he's our brother in Christ. He just like anyone else.
Oh yeah, and I
church,
treat him
treat
just
the same like anyone else.
Yeah, of course. I think that's good too.
But
sometimes you do have to get into the hard talks, and I feel like a lot of people
sure.
don't like those hard talks.
For sure, like lying is a sin, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not lying 24/7.
No, I mean,
and like
I usually avoid lying unless it's certain things that I really don't want to be truthful about.
Sure.
Like, oh, why this person asked me that?
We're gonna.
And now if I don't say nothing, it's gonna look a certain way.
Right.
So I kind of have to say something, and it's like, oh.
It's hard to tell.
And I do repent for it.
Yeah.
I do repent for it. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Christ, but I also didn't want to. I don't know why that person put me in that spot. You know what I mean?
Happens. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that we sin every day. Everyone does.
Right.
But when you are living a homosexual lifestyle, that's choosing to live in a sinful lifestyle.
Yeah, I feel like that's blasphemy of the Holy Spirit. At the end of the day, no.
I don't know. I don't know if it's blasphemy.
Not maybe blasphemy, but it's like Jesus Christ is like your body, like the temple of Jesus Christ, right? And maybe they're not treating it as such,
right?
By living that lifestyle.
But like I was saying, we also do things that we shouldn't be doing.
This is a hard discussion.
It's hard because as soon as you bring up any sort of criticism, you instantly get labeled as something. Like you're homophobic, you're a bigot.
Yeah. And is that what they call that, bigot?
Well, that's more towards I would say. I mean, we can look up the definition just to be sure. But I would assume bigot is more like when you're being hateful against women in a sense, only calling out women, calling women hoes, It's like not exactly.
I'm not calling women hoes. I'm just calling those and non-denominational churches out.
Calling a spade, I guess. So I don't know.
Yeah, sure, you're a spade or a joker.
But yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I always say anyone is welcome to church.
Oh, yeah,
anyone is welcome to be our friend,
I just feel like when the whole LGBTQ thing started, I was like, oh, like how long until they start infiltrating the churches? Didn't take very long.
No, it really doesn't.
I wasn't surprised. I was like,
Right, because it's all hidden
I mean?
under the guise of inclusivity and loving each other.
Right.
Which is it sounds nice, but then we're not allowed to call things out,
right?
Because we're not. There's this popular saying that secularists like to use. That is, there's no hate like Christian love. I don't know if you've ever heard that before.
No, I haven't.
You've never heard
what
that
before?
About?
Put me on.
People, they use that as Christians think that they're so righteous and so good. And we say we're loving people, but we're just condemning and judging others. We're using that to vilify people.
Right. One of my favorite conservative right-wing guys, Andrew Wilson, that that I really like. He said he's you're supposed to use your best judgment, Right. So if they're doing certain things, why can't you call it out?
Right.
I don't think you should be crazy about it, but
yeah, no. You shouldn't condemn people.
No.
Can condemn
you can't go
their
around
sin.
saying you're going to hell.
No,
really, dude? You're not. Who are you to decide who's going to hell?
As Christians, I don't even think of myself as some. I don't know. Some people like to think of Christianity as I'm like a knight in shining armor for God, I'm righteous.
Yeah, and I had some coworkers at work.
Yeah.
They're like, you're a secularist, right? So you don't want religion to be part of public life or the government.
Sure.
And then my coworker, he's my supervisor, he said, he's like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think we need more of that in this earth. But he just hates that they're hypocrites.
Oh, yeah.
And I told him, I was like, see, I understand that, but I think it's also up to the church leaders to call things out like that.
Yeah.
And then it's also, but I told him, but you can't also go around saying, oh, you're a hypocrite, this and that, because at the end of the day, that's between them and God.
Right. And that's what I was trying to say when some people think that they're this mighty warrior for Christ. And I don't think of myself that way.
No.
Because I think we're the lowest of the low. We're like messengers at best. You know?
For sure.
We're not more righteous than anyone else. We're just there to spread the message.
Yeah,
and
that's
we can
pretty much
condemn
that's pretty
sin,
much,
but not the person.
yeah, and that's what I do. Like I condemn the sin.
Mm-hmm.
So I totally get that. I feel like some LGBTQ communities though have perverted the word of God in a sense.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
They've changed it. Maybe I feel like they've twisted it.
Sure,
to
sure.
fit their own personal delusional narrative.
I mean,
it might get hurt because I said that too, but
you'll see a lot of differences on different sects. You know, you can't compare. You can't judge everyone based on one person.
Of course,
I know you know that, but I have to put it out there.
No, yeah, definitely. I think it's smart to put it out there.
There's some people who will say, yeah, you know, Jesus Christ was preaching and sitting around with everyone. You know, he would hang around prostitutes and sinners and all sorts of things.
That's very true.
Because we are meant to love everyone, you know, but that doesn't mean we have to love their sin and accept it.
Right. Or, you know, like be around them when they're doing that sin. It's like,
well, no, I mean, we can be around them.
Or if they're around them, should you call them out as a righteous brother?
As
a brother in Christ?
So that's where I was talking about that no hate, like Christian love kind of thing that people use.
That seculars use, yeah.
Right. Because they say that people, you know, just let them live their life. Let them do what they want to do.
A live and let live.
Right.
Do what makes you happy.
Right. And I'm
like, that's what the devil would tell you.
No, for sure. 100%, you know? That is what the devil would say. Like, no, you're not doing wrong. You're fine. Do what makes you. It's like, you shouldn't be doing what makes you happy. You should be doing what makes God happy.
Because I've noticed there's also a lot of things where they're like, they interpret it differently, where they say like, oh, homosexuality is not a sin.
Right.
They say that it's because it's still loving, it's still some form of love, and it's consensual. I don't know why they interpret it that way.
I mean,
it's hard.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to deny that a man can love another man. And like, I have tons of like friends who are gay and who are trans.
Oh, okay.
You know, they're people at the end of the day, just like us.
Right, for sure. For
sure. But like, what I guess I'm getting at is like, if me and you are Christians and we do truly believe that sin isn't right for them, isn't good, and will not keep them out of heaven, you know, I believe a gay guy can go to heaven, of course.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's the way they interpret it.
Right. But it's like, if we truly believe in what the word tells us, that those things are wrong, I don't think it would be loving to not call it out.
Right.
You know?
It would be
like, I think it'd be
more love to call it out, but they would look at it worse, like you said.
And I think we have
the whole thing where like, there's nothing more hateful than Christian love,
right?
Like you said.
And I think we have to be very nuanced in how we approach those things and help people. But like,
because if they're actively living in that every day,
right?
Would that be inappropriate?
I mean, according to the Bible, it would be, right? And there's plenty of things that I do that would be inappropriate.
And if you let them become leaders of a church, how does that make things look?
Right. It's tough.
And it's weird because a lot of people are like, oh, like that's why now the whole he's a conservative Christian thing is a thing now.
Right.
Like, what? I thought when you were Christian you were a conservative person.
Right.
I thought you were supposed to be, because God was, if you think about it, Christ was conservative.
I would think so.
In a sense, yeah.
I would think he still loves everyone and wants everyone to be happy and healthy, but there's just certain things we can't do. Like, if you were drinking and you were really drunk, and then you grabbed your car keys and you were about to start driving somewhere, would it be loving of me to say, hey man, that's his life, you know, like, let him live.
Live and let live.
Live and let live, dude. That's his truth, all right? He gets drunk and likes to go on a drive. How hateful would it be of me to call him out?
And then the next day, he's on the news dead.
Right. Yeah, so like, if we truly believe in what the word tells us and that these things aren't good for our lives, then it would be hateful to not call it out, to not want to help, you know, our brothers and sisters.
But I feel like, there's still salvation for
absolutely
people,
no 100%.
I feel like that's why maybe they don't like the church, because
because some people are very judgmental.
They're gonna try to change me, or this and that.
We should change, right?
Yeah, because even your sister, she's like, oh yeah, you're supposed to come as you are, but not stay as you are.
Right.
And I feel like people don't get that.
Yeah, and
they just continue to do certain things.
It's tough when you think like, well, why should I change? You know. Like,
like they could be like, well, you still do this.
Oh, absolutely.
So I could still do that.
Exactly.
Because you're still doing this.
Like, I don't think smoking weed is exactly biblical. I don't think it's a good thing.
Definitely not, because it's like the temple, right? just like
Right.
homosexual.
Yeah, it can also cloud your mind and your judgment.
Yeah.
I still like to get high every now and then. It helps
Yeah.
my back pain, helps me go to sleep. So like, I'm not perfect, you know?
What I don't know what Bible verse that was. It's like, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, roameth around like a lion, seeking who you may devour.
Right.
And that's, I feel like that's kind of part of it. Yeah.
For sure. It's just like, we all struggle with different types of sin, and we shouldn't judge someone just because they sin differently than us.
Yeah, that's true.
But at
Yeah,
the
you're
same-
right. Sometimes I need to be reminded that.
Yeah,
Because sometimes I get judgmental with it.
No,
you know,
for sure.
I'm like, oh, degenerates. You know what I mean? Get back, degenerates.
I mean, I hear you, but then like, but then, you know, that's why you have to take a step back. It tells us in Matthew that, you know, if you want to call this like a sty, like something stuck in your eye, in your brother's eye, it was like, hypocrite that you are, you know, first call out the sty that is in your eye before looking at your brother. You know, we have to look at ourselves before we start righteously trying to judge someone else. Because you can call someone a degenerate and have a judgmental mindset.
Yeah.
But once you take a step back, have some humility, look at yourself.
But I'll also be like, oh, I used to be a degenerate.
Sure.
So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you. I'm just like, we always have to do everything in humility and just be humble.
I feel like if you...
kind.
Yeah, because I feel like, let's say you were homosexual your whole life.
Sure.
Got married with a guy, even though it's... I feel like marriage should be between a man and a woman, but, you know.
Sure.
To each their own. I mean, if they repented about it right before they die, they can still be saved.
Well,
because we can't judge them. Or do you think that kind of defeats the purpose? Because it's like, were they ever really sorry if they lived it throughout their whole life and then they didn't repent until they're about to just pass away? Until they're about to take their last breath.
Well, you see that's a tough thing to say.
Tough, huh?
Because we don't know, you know,
Yeah,
their
we don't
heart. We don't know their relationship with God. And like, it was like the example I was bringing. If you're homosexual and you get married to another, you know, same-sex person, you're constantly living in that sin.
Right.
But,
so you kind of find yourself.
Right. Well, you
Right. So I feel like, in a sense, homosexuals can be Christians.
Oh, of course.
It's just, it's harder for them. Would you say?
I wouldn't say it's harder.
Not harder.
Because at the end of the day, like I was trying to say, I also sin. I just sin differently.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
I sin every day.
And that's what I don't understand about some of these other churches. Like the Eastern Orthodox or the Roman Catholics. They're like, oh, you know, and before you become a member of our church, like, you can do confession if you've done any grave sins. So what do you mean? Like, what's a grave sin? I thought all sin was sin at the end of the day.
Right.
Who are you to say what sin is greater than the other?
Right. I would say that's not something that I like to speak confidently about, that I know like what it is, because I don't. You know? And I always encourage everyone to just do your research.
Yeah.
Don't take two guys on a podcast's worth for it, you know?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Do your own research, search up all your own stuff, of course.
Ironic.
Yeah. But like...
No, because I've been that person like, oh no, you can't be gay and homosexual.
You can
or my bad, you can't be homosexual and Christian.
Sure.
But you can.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and that's where I get it wrong. And I think even my mom sometimes gets it wrong. With
Right,
that,
yeah.
You
And
know
like,
what I mean?
at the end of the day, if there's someone who wants to come to the church but he's gay, are you going to turn him away?
No.
Absolutely
We're not
not.
supposed to do that.
Absolutely
No,
not. We're going to love him just like anyone else.
That's true.
Because
I think that's where a lot of Christians also forget.
Absolutely.
We're supposed to be loving.
We're supposed to be loving.
But I feel like we got to call it the sin and the sinner.
I mean, we do have to call it the sin, you know, in others and in ourselves.
But if it's not a confessional church, it's like, you're never going to know. It's between them and God.
Yeah.
That's why I tell people, like, you can't go around saying people are hypocrites or this and that, because it's like, at the end of the day, that's on them.
Sure.
It's like you said, it's between them and God.
Yeah.
You know? Are they just there playing around, or...
And that's what I mean, that like we have to be earnest in all our teachings, because we don't know what's in their heart. You know, like you said, it is between them and God.
Yeah.
So our job is to just keep preaching the word, you know? And if it reaches them, great. If it doesn't, great. We're going to keep doing it, you know? We're going to keep preaching until it reaches their heart. But we can't be, you know, judgmental assholes towards these people.
Right.
You know, like,
Right, because I do see a lot of conservatives, like Catholic ones, like Michael Knowles.
Yeah.
He'll talk about that stuff. Like, I seen him debate a lot of the LGBTQ community, right?
Mm-hmm.
He thinks it's bad for the community.
Yeah.
He thinks it shouldn't be a thing.
Sure.
They're like, oh, so you don't think we're human? It's like, no, I didn't say you weren't human.
Right.
I just don't think it's necessary to parade that stuff. Or
That too, you know? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be... I hate to sound like a jerk, but...
No.
You know the Pride festivals?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think that's right at all. Like, first off, you know,
Yeah.
Pride is one of the 7 deadly sins.
Right, so if you're,
and now we're parading it.
if you're a Christian, if you say you're a Christian and you're part of that community,
Right.
and you're parading it,
Right,
then
you're celebrating it.
then how Christian are you? You know what I mean?
Right, and it's like, I don't know, dude. It's like, should we start a street Pride festival? And then I'm just walking around with my dick swinging, you know? Like,
Yeah, dude. Right.
No.
No, dude, we'll end up in jail.
Yeah, dude.
Literally, they'll be protected, but we'll end up in jail.
Yeah, so it's just like, I don't know, dude. You got to look at both sides of it. I'm like, why can you do that? I can't do that. I don't want to do that,
No,
but like,
because I think it's degenerate.
it's
to,
just
like,
what
do
makes
all
you
that.
think that that's right. You know, it's become so normalized in our society. You could be walking your toddler, you know, down the street. Pride Festival happens, and there's like 100 half-naked people.
So, what do you think if someone's a trans person and they permanently go through a sex change? Is that what they call it?
Sure, yeah.
Is there any way to go back from that? If you're
Physically
like,
or spiritually?
That's what I'm wondering.
Well, like, I guess I'm
Because
asking
that
a question
would
for
that
you.
be a sin?
I mean, I think so, yeah.
Right.
It would be a sin, but like I keep
So
reiterating.
if you did that, and then later you're like, oh, I repent for it, you can still be saved.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You are never too far gone. You're never ever too far gone to come back to Christ.
That's how merciful and loving God is.
Amen.
Yeah,
Amen.
That's nuts. You know?
Because like that would be to say God died on the cross for our sins, for all of them, for all of time. We just have to accept that gift of grace that He's giving us. So we can't say, oh, because you already changed your body, you can't come back. Like, no. God's grace and mercy is powerful enough for everything in our lives.
I feel like a lot of conservative Christians might say that, oh, like, there's no going back from that. Like,
no, absolutely there
you're
is.
condemned, some might, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's a lot of people.
That's where it gets tricky, though. Like, if you do change your sex, and like, you went from a male to a female, and now you're a female, and you date males.
Do you think you have
and
to
you date
come back?
males, is that still a sin?
Yeah, of course.
That is, right? Because you're naturally a male, even if you transform.
You can't trick God.
That's true.
You know,
That
you
is
can
true.
trick yourself.
That is true.
You can trick your community.
Whew, so that must be hard.
Oh, absolutely.
If you're in that position and then you end up
And
turning into a godly person,
right.
you can never go physically back. You
Right.
can spiritually,
Mm-hmm.
but it'd be hard to find a woman that's virtuous and godly because it's like you change your sex.
It's hard.
It's like how are you supposed to reproduce?
That's why I feel
you know
for
what I
them.
mean?
There's a lot of people who regret, you know, doing that. There's a lot of people that don't.
There's
But-
also a lot of unaliving. I'm gonna say it that way because
Sure,
we
yeah.
do. There's a lot of unaliving because of that, and that sucks.
It absolutely does. And I'm sure, you know, like other Christians who are very judgmental and bashing them over that doesn't help.
No,
you know?
it doesn't.
Like,
Yeah.
not at all.
Right.
We can't be condemning people like that. Like, well, it's not our job. We just have to give them love and kindness.
I feel like a lot of the right wing people do that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, why do you do that? Like,
For
it's
sure.
a little bit excessive.
Yeah.
Now I can see why the left pushes back so hard and goes crazy.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I was...
And then they want to blame them. But who started it? You know?
I mean,
It's like,
there's tough things.
it's both sides, but it's like, but who started, like, you know, talking them out?
right.
They just want to be heard or whatever.
Like, the...
They want to be heard and accepted.
Yeah,
right?
of course. Who doesn't, you know? I
Right.
can't blame them for that. The way I see it is like, I always, like I said, try to see both sides of it.
Yeah.
Because you can't be stuck in your own echo chamber preaching what you believe. You have to see, you have to find middle ground to try to connect with people.
That's why I've gone to different churches just to get different perspectives.
Yeah.
And that's also why I visited that Eastern Orthodox church.
Yeah.
Because they're hardcore about it.
Yeah, they
Like,
are.
you can't be homosexual.
Right,
and
right.
be in this church. Like, yeah.
No,
Like,
that's-
if you come there
that's
like
rough.
that, you gotta be, you have to change.
Right.
You can't stay as you are.
And I think...
But, like, how is that right if it's like, I'm not talking stuff about the Eastern Orthodox.
Yeah.
That's all. They're all brothers. At
Sure.
the end
Yeah.
of the day.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna judge them. You know.
Right.
But it's like if it's such a loving and merciful God, then how could you say they can't? You know what I mean?
How they can't what?
Like they can't join your church
Oh yeah, no,
because they're very strict.
I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah.
Anyone
'Cause,
should be
like,
able to join.
At those type of churches, like you have to go through a process of becoming. It takes like a year to be
Right.
an Eastern
And I mean,
Orthodox.
all that is man-made stuff, dude.
That is, yeah. It's you have to be baptized and in good standing with confessions and all that, and they
For
do
sure.
they do sacraments, they do fasting. They
Yeah.
kind of want to be like God.
Sure.
They're not calling themselves God, but they want to be like God.
And I'm sure those are positive steps. You know, I'm sure it doesn't hurt. But at the end of the day, it is like kind of man-made tradition. You know, it's not exactly, you don't have to do that.
I think so too. Yeah, because it's like, does the Bible tell you have to do that?
Right. And
Did Paul make people do that?
and also the context of, you know, the Bible. Some people try to follow like Levitican law. And it's like, well, we're not under Levitican law, you know? Like, Jesus Christ already fulfilled the law. We don't have to do those old things. It's not on us. But what I was trying to say earlier is that we have to take a step back and look at both sides, because try to take a step in the shoes of like a trans person. Imagine, let's flip it around, and let's say the president is super pro-trans.
Right.
And the president is saying, yeah, you know, we don't like Christianity. It's very hateful. It's very judgeful. And, you know, we're going to ban Christianity in schools. And he I think the president said there's only two genders, male and female.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
I get what you're saying.
So imagine the president said there's only two religions, you know? Like
Eesh.
there's
Going
only
back to the old
science and I don't know, like whatever.
Like you said, there's only two religions. Like for instance, Christianity used to be illegal
Yeah.
in during the Roman Empire.
Absolutely.
And a lot of things. You know what's funny? I never hear people talk about the genocide of Christians.
Yeah.
They used to be killed,
Oh yeah.
dude.
Oh,
Paul was
absolutely.
decapitated.
Yeah.
So was who else was decapitated? John.
Yeah,
Right, John.
Sorry. No, absolutely. It gets tough when you're like when you're reading the Bible in English.
Yeah,
and
I read
Spanish.
both. So
Like,
it's,
you know James?
yeah.
You know what James is in Spanish?
What is it?
Santiago.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Like, I don't know where they got Santiago from James from Santiago. And you also have to remember these
Reina
are
Valera version.
right. And these are also English names.
And
Everything was
That's why I told my mom, I was like, it's a little difficult for me sometimes because it's like, oh, like the translation will be like this on this side.
right.
It'll be different on the King James version
Sure,
or New English version. The Eastern Orthodox, they use like that old Greek Bible.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was called. dude.
Aramaic or the Bible?
No, it's the first translation that was in Greek.
It's not the Dead Sea Scrolls.
It starts with an S.
I want to be able to tell you. I'm not gonna claim that I know, you know, all that.
Yeah, you might have to. Here, if you don't mind, just looking it up real quick
go
on the
for it.
computer,
Let's do it.
since you're closer to it.
Sure thing.
See if you can look up
But yeah, what the point I was trying to make earlier is just
look
that,
up the
like,
Bible that the Eastern Orthodox use,
Sure.
just to see, because they use the closest thing to it, and that Bible has a lot of books, that is not included in the Holy Bible. So that's what's interesting. It starts with an S. I can't remember.
But what I was trying to say is like, I don't know how to pronounce that. Septuagint.
Septuagint, that one.
Okay.
That was the one that was the first translation from the Hebrew
Yeah.
and
The original like Aramaic.
Yeah.
Into I think Greek is one of the like the earliest ones that we can confidently translate.
And I think that was the one that was in Greek too. Yeah, because it was. Does it say what language this sing toward? I guess you could look it up.
Yeah, we can look it up, man.
See what language it was in.
stjohnchurch.org. Masoretic.
Oh, the Byzantine text type for the New Testament, and then they use the Septuagint. one?
Septuagint.
And what language was the Septuagint one in?
Let's search it up.
Yeah. And that's the most reliable translation. But you have to know how to read it.
Right. That's tough.
That's what's hard about it. And this is the things that I've been researching because I'm like, man, this gets deeper. The rabbit hole just gets deeper and deeper for me.
Oh,
because at first I always thought, it's just the Holy Bible.
Right.
Then I started getting into, I was like, the Torah and the Gospel are in the Holy Bible. And people don't
the
even
Septuagint was in Hebrew.
See? That's
and they translated it into Greek.
Into Greek, Koine Greek, which is old ancient Greek.
Oh yeah, I had a teacher.
Was Hebrew. Okay, see, that's the one if you want to know. But man, it's so hard to learn Hebrew.
Oh yeah.
How would you?
It's tough. Because
I guess the Greek one would probably be the Koine Greek one would be.
That'd be what you want to try.
That's what you want to try.
I think would be easier because I had a teacher who he studied a lot of languages and he was also Christian, and he says that he always went to the Greek Bible. Because he tried to see like the original, the earliest text, and luckily there's tons of people smarter than us that have already done all the research.
So you can kind of look it up and see what they think.
Oh yeah, and it is consistent, man.
It is
like
pretty consistent.
all the translations, everything is consistent. The message is the same.
Yeah, the message is the same. Do you think it's the same in the modern, or not the modern, but the King James?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. There's certain words that are different, and that confuses people sometimes.
And I think maybe it's because it's like, your Bible's been changed to so many translations.
Right.
Okay, we'll read the Hebrew one.
Sure.
And then compare it to the new one.
And like you'll see that it's very consistent. There are certain words that get changed, and that creates like a contextual, historical context kind of gets in the way that people don't want to like search up. You know the verse that says there is neither Jew nor Greek. That later got translated into there is neither Jew nor Gentile.
Yeah.
Because during the historical context of those verses, they were talking about the Greeks. And a Greek doesn't mean you have to be born and raised in Greece. It just meant the people who were not Jews in that area. But just the normal, secularist people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's fine to change that word into a more modern, context.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of like thrown off when I talked to that priest. He's like, when we hear new, we're like, you know what I mean? When we hear
the new translations.
New translations.
Sure, yeah.
But I'm like, what if it's pretty good still, though?
I mean, you can look at the King James. How many years, are there between King James and when Jesus was alive?
Yeah.
Like, that could be considered new, and modern.
That's why they don't like using it.
Sure.
They like using that old school one. But
fair enough.
I don't know. I don't see the problem with using the King James.
Yeah, I believe the message is the same.
I believe
the same gospel.
Too. Yeah.
Because I used to only use like the King James Bible. Because that's what I grew up using.
Yeah.
And modern day now, I use the New International Translation. Yeah. It's easier to read.
It is.
I can read the King James, but it's just
what's funny? I could read the King James too, but I still read it in basic English in my head.
Yeah.
So I know what word it means, and in my head I translate it to, saying the or the.
You're translating into your modern English.
Because it's weird that I know how to read the Old English.
I mean,
can anybody read the Old English?
Absolutely.
Because some people find it confusing. People that don't read would be like, like that.
I mean, and I think that's why we have so many translations. Like, not a lot of people study Old English.
No.
And so it's like, just use the other translations.
That's why I always liked using that, because I feel like maybe it opens up my mind to something old, I guess.
Maybe.
But I do want to get a new translation.
Yeah.
I want to get the new international translation.
Yeah, and
because it's just
I like
it's
reading
just quicker.
between.
I feel like it gets quicker.
Oh yeah, 100%.
To the point.
I feel that sometimes we believe that reading this old ancient text is going to connect us closer to God, and it's like, it feels cooler to read the old stuff.
Because I've had some people say like, but you got to read the King James version, not that new stuff.
Like, no,
okay, then
as long as you're reading it, you're fine.
Go read the Septuagint one then.
Yeah, right, sure.
If you want to be like that. But I don't know how to speak Hebrew then.
Yeah, and if you can't be consistent throughout everything, then
your logic fails at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I don't know. I think people like to read certain things to make themselves feel it's a little pretentious at times.
Right. But to go back to the Christian genocide.
Yeah.
I think it was super interesting. Like they would have to like worship in catacombs and
in secret,
and they were killed. And they were pursued.
And I feel like that's how trans people feel nowadays.
Yeah.
The example I was giving was
that's horrible. Yeah, I'm glad you put it in that perspective so people understand.
Exactly.
And feel them more.
Imagine the president saying that, hey, Christianity is a mental illness. Like, and you're not gonna teach it in schools. You're not gonna be allowed to. You don't benefit for certain programs if you're Christian because you're crazy.
You know what? They're also you're right.
And
dang, see, if you put it in that perspective, I get it.
Exactly.
Because a lot of these like old school boomers, bro,
right?
They're like, oh, trans people have a mental illness. If you look it up, it is. There's been studies. There's been new psychiatric studies that it's not. And it's only mental illness if you don't know what sex you are.
Sure.
Then it can be mental illness because you just trapped in between, maybe. Or maybe you're going crazy.
I do think some people might need help. You know.
Yeah, some people might have the mental illness.
Some people are very sure.
Or some people just have a mental illness and they're just doing that because they're going crazy. Not because necessarily they were sure.
But there's also like Christians who
so we can't judge them all.
that they can like speak in tongues and they hear God talking to them. They can see demons. You know, I'm like, that's crazy. You know,
right? Can you see me?
But it's just like you know, I mean, through a secularist worldview, we look crazy. We believe that there's some huge being in the sky that we can talk to directly by just praying.
I'll be watching that Myron game chat, and then this guy was like, he's like, I mean, it's cool that you guys believe in that stuff. I just don't believe in the sky daddy, you know?
I mean, that's what people say.
And I get it.
Yeah.
And I get it. They look at it like, oh, like even probably people at work.
Right.
People are like, this was a nutcase. Like, this is a religious nutcase.
I don't, how can I believe
because
that?
you be preaching shit. And,
right, yeah.
You know?
So that's why I say it's
and
always
I even
important.
it's funny because I told one of my coworkers, I was like, he's like, no, honestly, he's like, you know, you made me realize how many Christians are in this church, or in this facility where we work. But a lot of them are very judgmental.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, oh, you made me realize that. And I was like, yeah. I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't talk about that stuff. He's like, oh, no. He's like, it's never bad to talk about that stuff.
Yeah.
Don't ever feel like you can't talk about it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the worst thing to do is to stop having a conversation, you know? Like, we have to be able to talk about everything with each other. As long as we just keep it respectful and just, you know, actually, as long as the goal is to understand each other and not exactly to, like, beat someone with your logic, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like that's what Andrew tries to do a lot.
He's
really hardcore about it, and it's because he's Eastern Orthodox.
Right.
So they think like, oh, it has to be this way.
You know
what I mean?
Like,
I think they can't have LGBTQ in the churches. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, you can, but don't put pride flags in the church.
Right. I mean,
come on, dude, stop. Like, we're not putting like Mexican or American flags in there, you know?
There's nothing wrong with
that. Like Cliff Nichols said, he's like, my solution to the United States is not the Democratic Party or the Republican Party.
Right.
It's Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
maybe to some people they think he's crazy.
Right, sure.
Because we think that stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, we just have to be very humble and understanding when we're speaking to others about this, you know?
Yeah, see, you humble me about that stuff too, and that's why I'm glad I had you on this podcast instead of me doing it by myself. Because it would have been something to kind of balance out the things I say so people don't take it the wrong way.
Yeah, I don't say these things to be contrarian to you.
No, it's perfect. That's why I wanted you here.
Sure, yeah.
And then that makes a lot of sense.
Because it's easy to like...
I don't think people are going to like... I don't think they're gonna hate us for it or nothing.
I think they're
gonna hopefully love us more.
We can't control what people are gonna think.
Because you're gonna think the internet is undefeatable.
Sure, yeah.
They're undefeatable.
And when people make up their minds, you know, you can present all the facts you want, but when someone has an idea in their mind that they believe is true, well, what can you do? You know?
Yeah, that's true.
So we can't think too hard about like, oh, they're gonna hate us, they're gonna say this and that. Like, as long as we're being respectful.
Yeah. And I need to remember to stop. You know, to not be so hateful. Because I'm human.
Hateful at all.
I'm human, bro, and then I have a lot of hate in my heart.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I hate it, and I try to pray for it, but
yeah, of course,
it's hard.
It's human, you know.
It's human, yeah.
We are sinful creatures.
Yeah, it's like, oh, this hate in my heart. Would God have this hate in his heart?
No.
With Jesus Christ? Definitely not, man.
No, he wouldn't.
He wouldn't. That's what sucks about, I guess. That's the struggle of being a human.
Right.
You know, people have, like, even my mom says, she thinks people have this like picture in their head of a Christian, like, oh, goody two shoes. Like, no,
sure,
bro, it's not like that. We're sinful too.
Oh, absolutely.
We just believe in something.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And like you were saying earlier, it's like, no, I don't think anyone is too far away from God.
Yeah.
No matter what they do.
Unless you do OnlyFans. It's like, I'm just kidding. I'm totally playing.
Yeah. I know. They're jokes. They're jokes.
So, do you identify yourself as more of a conservative?
Yeah, I would say so.
See,
yeah,
I would say I'm more a conservative, and I lean more towards the Republican side.
Sure.
But I try to remind people on the left that doesn't mean we agree with everything that's on the conservative side,
Of course
and
not.
everything that's on the Republican side.
Dude, I mean, you're my friend. I doubt I agree with everything you have to say.
No, definitely not. I'm crazy.
Agrees 100%.
You're far out. I'm even farther.
Like, I don't agree with my mom on everything.
Oh,
you know?
for sure.
I think I'm gonna agree with the president. On
Yeah,
everything?
because if we told your pops, you know, that I don't know how he would think. How would he think about that? Because he's a pastor.
Yeah.
Would he think it's okay to be homosexual in the church? I don't know how you would
I don't
look
think
at
he'd be okay. I don't think he thinks it's okay. I think we still think it's a sin.
Yeah.
But we're not going to condemn the person.
Condemn the person or
No,
not
not
allow
at
them
all.
to be there.
No, absolutely.
Because it's
not.
like, what kind of Christian are you at the end of the day
Exactly.
if you're hateful and judgmental?
Exactly.
So that's why I kind of wanted to make this podcast too.
Yeah.
To kind of like be a pushback to that kind of stuff.
Sure, yeah.
Kind of like remind people like, hey, we need to have some humility.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
I think...
trans people are human. Gay people are human.
Absolutely.
Straight people are human.
Absolutely.
We're all just human. You know what I mean?
100%.
Can't just judge.
No,
everybody.
it's not on us.
Going back to the conservative thing,
Yeah.
I want to touch. The next subject I want to touch is abortion. I know on the conservative side, the right-wing conservative side, they're like very against it, right?
Yeah.
Because they believe life starts at conception.
Right.
As I think us would too.
Yeah.
Right? Because we're Christians, so
Yeah.
it's like we would think it's a sin to abort. I still think you could be forgiven for that sin, though.
Yeah, of course.
But just because I'm conservative and I'm against abortion, or it's against my morality, or I think it's against morality in general and it's inhumane, does not mean I'm gonna go out here and be like, hey Dan, like we need to put in a law in and we need to ban that. We can't allow these women to get aborted.
Right.
That's ridiculous. It's their body at the end of the day, bro.
Right.
It's on them. It's not on me.
Yeah.
That sin is on them. And
Sure.
whether they believe it's a sin or whatever. Because we live in a secular world.
Right.
So
It's
on them. Like who am I to judge them? And why would I put laws to prohibit that? I feel like that's a bit extreme, don't you think?
It depends, right?
Because it's their body at the end of the day. And what I say by that
Some
is
people
like,
would claim it's not just their body.
that's true. They say it's God's body.
No, I
Right,
mean
or-
just like the kid, you know?
Oh yeah, you're right. You're
Like,
right. You're
but-
right. Like it's their body, but like the kid is separate.
Yeah, I mean it's I think it's another life.
It's a hard thing.
It's another body.
It's a hard thing.
It's just happens to be yours.
That's why a lot of
But-
people think, oh, murder, that's murder.
Right. I mean
But do you think abortion should be illegal?
so here's my take on it.
And it's okay, you can be honest. I don't
Oh
think
yeah,
people are
I'm
gonna
always
judge it.
honest.
It's whatever.
No, I'm always honest, dude. I believe I struggle with trying to use the Bible and religion in the government, you know? As great as I think it would be if we had a Christian government
A Christian
and had
nation.
a Christian nation, you know, great, but like that's not the case.
No.
And I'm not going to force my religion onto everyone else by implementing it.
And I don't think
into
it's
law.
ever gonna be.
No.
You know.
Yeah, no.
Sadly, it's not. We've gone away from that stuff.
Sure. I
Gone
mean,
away from the biblical stuff. But they were also very like hardcore judgmental. I think back in those days.
Yeah,
When this in the United States was started and stuff.
absolutely. So
Now I feel like people are more open, and people don't want to be open that stuff. You know.
right. So you were asking if I think it's okay to make laws against abortion, and there's a lot of ways you can
Like,
think about
should
it.
we, or would that be an issue? Because you can't just be like, oh, or it depends, or it's case by case. Really,
Sure.
you're gonna like ask every person, every female questions,
Right.
and see if they're lying or not, or it's just too
No,
complicated.
yeah, of course not. Yeah. So it's either you have to ban all of them or none of them.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, bro.
As a Christian.
I have a weird view on abortion still.
Yes, please enlighten me.
I mean, you're probably not gonna like what I have to say.
Oh no, that's
But
cool. No.
at the end of the day, I think it's wrong. I think it shouldn't be done. But as a Christian, it's not right. You're
It's
killing
not.
a child.
Yeah.
And in the first place, why are you having an abortion? Why are you having sex?
Right.
You know, in the first place,
That's
as a
like
Christian.
another thing. No, and I agree. I agree with you. No, honestly, it's funny how you said I wouldn't like it because I do like it.
No,
because
but
you're right. It is a human life.
As a Christian.
And as a Christian,
As
yeah.
me, though,
Yeah.
As a person.
And I'm not going to say as me as a person too,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not going to say, oh, from a secular perspective. No, because I'm not secular.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But,
I have a Christian worldview.
I guess from my point of view, it's like I struggle with this. I know it's wrong to think this way, but like I'm just gonna come out and say it, as horrible as it sounds. Do you care about an ant that you step on when you walk on the sidewalk?
Most people don't.
No,
I would say.
Do you care? I don't care. It's an ant.
It's just an ant. So no.
So then, this fetus that's barely had any thoughts, anything.
Right.
It's just like
it's just being made. It's
just like, I mean, it's not even born yet. It has its whole life ahead of it. It doesn't know anything.
Yeah.
Like, if you get rid of it, I think it is a sin. I think it is bad.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm like, well, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, personally, I'm not gonna. Some people want to say that like we should have abortion only in cases of rape.
Yeah.
Okay, well, everyone is just gonna say they got raped then.
Right.
You know?
And yeah.
So it's just like, I mean, no, let's be honest.
No, you're right. And that's another thing.
And I also don't want
you're right.
women to like.
Everybody's just gonna lie, or they're gonna feel like they need to be a liar. Just
right.
Yeah.
And it's like if we.
No, you're right. You have to stay consistent with your worldview.
Yeah.
Like even if it's rape, then what? You know what I mean?
Right. And it's like, I mean, dude, I'll be honest. Like I've heard there's people who have very hard stances to say, if my daughter was raped, I want her to have the baby. And me, I'm like, fuck no, bro.
That's hard.
Like, this is like a fucking hot take. If I see the ultrasound, it's like, oh yeah, your baby. I think they're gonna grow up with a deformity. They're gonna be missing a leg. I'm just like, cut it. You know. But then that's like playing eugenics.
That's how most people would, right?
Right.
And then that's foul, don't you think?
Like if you,
it's still the same take.
It's
still the same thing, huh?
Right.
If they're gonna feel deformed or not.
They're still human, right? Or is their life less valuable because of that?
Right.
Like,
and that's how our Christ. In Christ's eyes, it doesn't matter if we are like, if we're autistic or not autistic or mental health, whatever. It's like we're all equal,
right?
In a sense.
So it's tough. I think it should be legal. I wish people didn't do it, but I don't think we should stop people from doing it. I think people, if we outlaw it, they're still going to happen, but they're going to be unsafe. You know?
You're right.
And
I wouldn't want that either. That sounds even more. That sounds kind of cuckoo, crazy. Yeah.
Right. Like if we just outlaw abortion outright, I mean, it might have a good effect statistically. We might be seeing, but at the end of the day, who knows?
Yeah. And my problem is like there's a lot of women that will abuse it. I'll just get an abortion. Like,
oh, I mean, there's plenty to do.
It's just like getting a latte or a tea or what?
To some people, yeah. But like, you know,
and
some
to me,
people,
it's like I agree with you. It's definitely immoral.
Well, for sure. From the Christian perspective, I think it's immoral. I think it's wrong. At the same time,
and they think we're crazy extremists for thinking that. Secular people do.
Yeah, I mean, it's very easy to just call someone an extremist and call them all sorts of names and things.
Because the right could do the same.
Yeah, I mean,
the conservatives could do the same.
We could do the same thing, but like, where do we go from there?
You don't. You're just trying to cause a divide, and then we have all the social issues we have in today's day.
Yeah, all this crazy fighting that we have with each other. A lot of people are starting to see the world as left versus right, and I'm like, dude, no, we're all living in this country. We should all be coming together.
Yeah, and I hate that because, like, you know, like, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk.
Yeah,
he got. I guess would the correct term be assassinated?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if that's appropriate for you to. I think it should be.
I mean, at the end of the day, I don't know. It's your channel. If I ever had my own channel, I would say all the words.
Yeah, for sure. Because
that's
why I think it's weird that they want to censor the sex word.
Yeah.
For monetization reasons. Like, why can't you say that? What do you mean? Maybe kids shouldn't even be watching our channel.
Kids shouldn't be watching YouTube, bro.
Yeah.
Kids shouldn't have YouTube.
Yeah, I know they have the kids version, but they
even
can still
that, bro. I've seen people upload things to kids' YouTube where it looks like a kids show for 15 minutes, and then it's just like some guy going crazy doing some horrible, nasty stuff.
What?
So yeah, you leave your kid alone on a tablet, you know? It looks like they're watching a kids show, and out of nowhere, it's like, boom, propaganda. I don't know.
Oh. And then you're just ruining their brains.
Right, yeah, it's not good. You know, don't let your kids watch YouTube by themselves.
I feel that. That's true.
Don't give them internet access.
A lot of things. Yeah, you shouldn't. I feel like it puts a lot of things in their head. Things that shouldn't be there.
Nah.
You know, let them be innocent, man. Let them be kids.
Let them,
I wish you don't know how many times I wish I could be an innocent kid again.
Yeah.
And then redo everything the right way, but that's
And
not
a lot
how
of people
it is.
say, like,
Yeah.
well, I was on the internet as a kid. I saw YouTube and I was just fine. I'm like,
Yeah.
cool. That's, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
but there's
don't know
also
what to say to
like
that.
pornography. Like I'm pretty
Everywhere.
sure a lot of
On
teens,
YouTube,
even me,
bro.
like we watched porn when we were in our teens.
Absolutely.
Probably a lot of it, and we were like
It's not
thought
a
it
good
was
thing.
okay.
Right.
We just didn't know any better. You know what I mean?
I knew better. I knew it was
Yeah.
wrong. I still did it. You know?
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right. I think we knew it was wrong.
Yeah.
We liked it.
If we can
You
cut
know?
off access to it, that's, I think, a good thing.
That'd
you
be
know?
better for kids for sure.
Yeah.
And then if you're an adult and you want to watch that stuff, well, that's on you. Then at the end of the day,
Yeah.
right? You're consensually doing that. Kind
Right.
Of stuff.
It's still wrong, I think, but it's on
Yeah,
you.
for sure. Yeah, because it perverts your mind.
Yeah.
You know, if you watch enough of that, dude, you start like objectifying every woman you
Oh my
see.
God, yeah, no.
You know what I mean? And then
Horrendous.
you're just like, oh. And I've gotten to the point where it's like that because in the past I've been super perverted, but my mind was perverted at such a young age that
Yeah.
the morbid thoughts just come out of nowhere.
And it becomes
sucks.
normal.
Yeah, and it
It's
sucks.
normal
And
to
I
think
try not
like
to
that.
think that way. And I'm like, oh, like I start thinking like real, like crazy, and I'll get horny, and I'm like, dude, no,
Yeah.
because I don't think it's right. It's not normal.
I don't think.
I want to protect kids from having my corrupted mind.
Right, yeah.
You know,
We always want
because I
better
don't
for the
think
next
everybody has
generation.
my corrupted mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's to say, yeah.
I've been exposed to a lot of things that shouldn't.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I've been exposed to a lot of horrible things at a young age.
Yeah,
I think
me
I
too.
turned out all right.
Yeah,
but,
same
like,
here.
I'm not gonna take. I don't want to take that risk with my child.
No, definitely not.
So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but damn, the abortion thing is rough. Yeah,
It is rough.
from a moral perspective, I don't agree with it. Though.
Right, but
For
from
sure.
a legal American perspective,
It is
I
what
think-
it is.
I have this term. I mean, it's not my term.
Like you said, we can't. What were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was gonna say there's a term I like to use called the genie is out of the bottle. Have you heard of that?
Yeah, for sure.
Like the genie's out of the bottle.
Like it's
already done.
it's wild.
Right,
right. What are you
right.
gonna do? Try to go back now?
Right, exactly. Like
doesn't
with
make
gun
any
control,
sense.
a lot of people want to a lot of people on the left say we don't need all these guns. We should take all these guns away. I'm like, that'd be nice. That's a very utopian way of looking at it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
No,
Let's
'cause-
just be real. It's
No, because
not
the
gonna happen.
founding fathers made it to where it's like to the right to bear arms.
Even if we said, you know what, fuck the Constitution, then just no, we're taking guns away.
Hey,
Dude, you're not gonna. That's not gonna happen.
that's not gonna happen, dude. These people will fight you tooth and nail.
Yeah, dude.
It'll end up in civil
That's why I
war.
say the
It'll
genie's
end
out
up
of the
in a
bottle
civil war.
already.
It'll end up in a civil war.
Oh,
if you try to do
100%.
that. That's why I think that's a bad idea.
You have a fucking Waco, Texas, bro. You know
Oh,
about that?
No, thank you.
So
You know?
that's why I say sometimes the genie's out of the bottle. It's already, we already messed up.
That's a smart way of looking at it.
Yeah.
See, there's another topic that I forgot to make a bullet point on my notes about.
Yeah, sure.
That I want to talk about because
I feel like we've been jumping around a lot.
Yeah,
but,
we have.
we're just having a conversation.
Right. No, for sure. Now that you talked about the Constitution,
Mhm.
do you think it was made for people like ourselves?
What do you mean by?
Like, do you think it was made for minorities?
Yeah.
Because of the people that established it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was made for Americans,
Okay. for
American
sure.
citizens.
Even though there was slavery during the time that
Yeah.
it started. Yeah.
Well, it's tough, right? Because
That's
at the
tough.
time, they were
Because
still.
I get a lot of like older folks that I know, like a 7-year-old
Mhm.
black man. He says the Constitution wasn't made for people like me and him. I mean,
That's,
I can see
I-
why he has that perspective.
I can't blame him for
because of
thinking
the
that.
era he grew up in.
Mhm.
But I feel like it's not like that anymore.
I mean, if you just read it,
We've grown and we've healed.
you can. If you just read the
I think it was
Constitution, you can
just
apply that to everyone.
To everyone, I think it's just people were not following it.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
That's probably what it is. I think people weren't following it.
Well, I mean, it says we're all made in the image of God. Every man is equal,
Yeah.
and it's kind of crazy to say that when you're not treating,
Yeah.
these other people as equals.
You're right. You wrote that Constitution, but yeah, you have slaves. Huh?
Right. It's like, well, okay.
You have churches and stuff.
Right, but I think it does. Nowadays it still applies.
No, I think it applies to everybody.
Mhm.
But some people, I feel like,
Yeah, no, this country's
Yeah.
done some horrible stuff. What country
Yeah.
hasn't?
what? Yeah, you're right. There's been a lot of
We're
things.
trying to move forward and trying to get
Yeah.
away from all that horrible stuff that happened in this country.
Yeah. Right, like when people question, like I've had people question, like, why do you need a gun? Or why do you want a gun?
I mean,
But yet they own guns. Huh?
really?
Yeah.
You've had people tell
Yeah,
me
I've had
that.
like older folks,
Mm.
like boomers, like or even older than boomers,
Yeah.
tell me that. And it's like, huh?
That's weird.
I wanted to almost be like, was the Constitution only made for you then, or what?
I don't know. I guess I don't know what they're trying to.
That's what I didn't understand. The way he questioned me, I was like,
right.
Oh. I was like, oh, because I want to have protection. It's the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
But the way he said it was like, you shouldn't have guns. Like, if he can judge who can and can't.
Right.
Weird.
It is weird. And I mean, like, I don't know, you see China, the Communist, Party of China. Mm-hmm. It's like, those people aren't allowed to have guns.
No.
England, people aren't allowed to have guns.
And to be honest, like, China never has issues with, like, mass shooters.
No. But
because of that.
But that's the thing. They didn't, in the past, already have thousands of guns out there. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, China has had problems with tyrannical government.
That's true.
Where
right
the government will kill people.
You're right. So maybe if they had their guns since the beginning, they wouldn't be able to get them like that.
I mean, how do you think we fought? I mean,
you're right. Maybe
we weren't
that's
the
why,
U.S. We were part of the British Empire.
That's probably why people are so like pro-gun.
Yeah,
because it's like, what if that happens to us? They
I
take
mean,
our guns, then what's next?
Can you promise me that the government will never become tyrannical?
No, I can't. I don't know the future.
Exactly.
Only Christ would.
Right. I mean, hell, that's why a lot of people think that Donald Trump is tyrannical. I don't think so. I think he's a little crazy.
He's for sure a little out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, if you were in the thought. All right, we could talk about politics.
Yeah, no. Oh, we're getting into politics for sure. Fuck. That's what we already did.
Yeah.
We talked about conservatives. We talked about the Constitution.
I mean, I think we're doing fine. I think the government is never perfect, of course. Mm-hmm. I think we're doing okay. Some people don't.
Yeah.
Some people think.
What do you think about Trump when he says like, there's only two sexes, male and female.
Right.
And then you have the LGBT community.
What do I think about that?
And you have people saying they're gender fluid and they're non-binary.
It's tough, I think we're at that moment where the genie is trying to get out of the bottle, and because once we open it up to say,
what do you believe in your heart? Do you think there's only two sexes and that's it?
Yeah,
I think so too, from a biological standpoint.
Yeah, I mean,
it
is what it is.
I know people are gonna hate me because I'm Mexican.
I would because you're Mexican.
No, because I'm Mexican, and I agree when Charlie Kirk says there's two sexes and infinite possibilities. They're probably gonna hate me for that because of the whole ice thing.
I've never heard that.
But yeah,
two sexes and infinite possibilities.
Yeah, infinite personalities.
Okay.
Infinite personalities.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's something he said, and I know a lot of people like, oh, you're like Mexican. Why did you like how would you say?
Vote for Trump?
No, like with the Charlie Kirk thing. Like, why were we like?
I'm just trying to understand how you're bringing up being.
You know how when we die.
Yeah.
Oh, because a lot of people think he's racist.
Oh, sure.
Like he was racist and stuff. Like, because he was pro-ice. Remember that thing he posted when he had the ice hat?
Yeah.
And he was talking about, I just like to go to campuses and debate with people because if we don't debate, then there'll just be a divide. And
there's a Hispanic lady who stole his hat and ran away.
Yeah.
Right,
and then I was like, rest in peace to Charlie Kirk.
Sure.
And this and that, and to his family. But then people are like, oh, don't forget, like he separated families and this and that.
Who did?
And they were praising his death, that Charlie Kirk did.
Oh.
Or that he supported ICE, which separates families and stuff like that.
Sure. I mean, I'm a citizen, right?
Yeah.
And if I have a 2-year-old daughter in my car and I'm driving drunk and I get into an accident, they're going to separate me from my child. If I'm committing a crime, they're like, hey, you're not allowed to have this child because you're putting them in danger.
Mm-hmm.
Well, illegal immigrants are illegal. They committed a crime and they're going to be separated. It sucks. It's horrible. But
I also, I just not super supportive on mass deportation.
No.
Because it causes like a lot of social issues, in my opinion.
It does. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm not pro-illegal immigration.
Yeah, no.
And it's funny because like some people might call me a hypocrite because I came here illegally.
Yeah.
I'm a resident now.
Absolutely.
I'm a resident in the United States now. I'm living the right way now. But before I wasn't. So that's why I also can't be like,
I think you can if you want to.
Enforce that. You think so?
Yeah, why not? I mean, people are going to call you things
my brother's little, and he's like,
Yeah.
He's like, you only say that because you're a resident now. If you were a DACA, you wouldn't feel that way.
And you know what I say? I say, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's true.
I mean, listen, like if certain laws were in place back in the day, I probably would have a much harder time being I was born here, right? I know they're trying to get rid of birthright citizenship. I had a conversation with my cousin, and he said, "What do you think about that?" And I was like, "Well, I think if it's two people who immigrated here illegally, they shouldn't just be able to have a child that is someone that's a citizen."
You know what they call that? An anchor baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
And a lot of people do it, and I've seen it,
and they say
I've known people that have, and I'm
right.
like, I see why the conservatives get on that.
Right. And I mean, do you think every country has birthright citizenship?
I don't know.
No.
But then again, dude, other
know.
countries, bro, they're hardcore about their borders.
Very hardcore.
They keep out the
very hardcore
stuff.
Like they treat the U.S. like we're some horrible, evil people because we don't want everyone else to come in here and skip the line. You know?
Yeah.
How would you feel if your mom's trying to get her citizenship the legal way? She's going through months, years of paperwork, going to meetings, having to learn all this stuff, all these fees that she has to pay. But then someone just cuts the line and just says, "Yeah, you know, fuck you guys, you're doing it the legal way. I'll just walk right in."
Yeah, I get
Like,
you.
it's
Yeah,
kinda slapping
they're
the face
infiltrating.
to
Maybe that's why the right wing guys look at it that way. Like Andrew Wilson, he looks at it that way. Like, yeah, like they should deport him.
It's tough because I have a lot of friends who can be affected by this.
Yeah, it's tough for me too because like I was kind of upset when they said that they wanted DACAs to self-deport because I used to be a DACA.
Yeah.
So I felt for them.
I think I have a friend who is currently.
Yeah.
You know,
And then they asked him like, "Oh, you guys need to self-deport because it's not a illegal status." It's like, but you guys gave it to them and they can use it to work.
That's
worth
different.
contradicting.
That
yeah, you're right.
I don't
That's
agree
different.
with.
Yeah, you're right.
Because if they said you're okay, they told you that it's good.
Obama put it in
And
place.
they're taking that away?
Or trying
That's
to,
not right.
Or trying to say it's not legal status, but yet people are still able to work with their DACA.
Right.
So make it make sense.
Yeah,
America.
no, we have to
Make it
be
make
we have to
sense.
be consistent, you know?
Yeah.
Like
That's one thing I don't like about the administration now. Not that I'm ever going to talk down on Trump or nothing.
I mean, I
But I also
will.
don't agree
Absolutely.
with
If he does something
guys.
wrong, I will. You know?
Yeah, like the DACA thing, for instance. I
Yeah.
think that's wrong. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
I get deport illegal immigrants, but DACAs really?
Yeah, that's
Like
not
you
crazy.
already put it there.
How do you feel about birthright citizenship? Do you think we should keep it or we should get rid of it?
Birthright, as if like if you came here illegally.
So let's say two illegal, husband and wife have a baby, like anchor babies.
Anchor
essentially.
babies, right?
If that's how you want to put it. How do you think about that? Do you
But
think we
if
should get rid of it? Or keep
because
it?
see, when I heard birthright, I thought, oh, does that mean just anybody that's born out here?
Yeah.
Anybody,
Oh,
even if you're not illegal.
yeah. If a family could be living in India and they come to America.
No, but what I mean is like it doesn't go for people that are here legally. If they're here legally and they have a kid, then they should be a citizen. The kid, because they're here legally, right?
That's how it works currently. Anyone who's born here, you could be on vacation here, and if your child is born here, technically they're an American citizen.
No, that's what I mean. But when I think birthright, does that mean any kid that's born here, even if the parents live here and are illegal and are legally here, or no? Like legally in like they have. Obviously, if they have a
You're saying
citizen,
they have like a visa?
no, like if they have a citizenship here or residency, does that kid have the birthright that they would have?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I agree in that aspect.
I'm saying in the case that
They come out here for a vacation.
or they're here illegally and they have a child.
The anchor
Do you
baby.
think that child should be a citizen of the U.S.?
That's a hard question.
Because
But even my mom agrees that that's why the government or the conservatives, they get upset because they're not working or paying taxes, or they weren't here paying taxes and they came through and that kid gets to
before paying taxes and working, they broke the law.
Yeah,
to come
and then
in.
that birth gets to be paid through with what is it that we have, Medicaid?
Yeah, sure.
Or any of those,
whatever,
right?
you know?
Yeah, even though her parents are illegal, the cost of that birth is coming out of our taxes.
Right.
The taxpayer guys that are doing it right.
Yeah.
And that's what's hard. Yeah. And I can see why people don't like that.
Right. I mean, not every country does that, you know?
No.
And just because we've done it forever doesn't mean we should continue doing it forever in some cases.
Yeah.
But like I don't think I'd be a citizen if we didn't have birthright citizenship. You know, I wouldn't be. So people would like to point fingers at me. My family points fingers.
I like that because you say that, but you're still consistent with your logic about it.
What do you mean?
Because you know that if we didn't have birthright citizenship, you wouldn't have got it.
No, of course not.
And you understand that. It's kind of like my brother throwing that in my face, like, oh, you're a resident. Of course,
Right.
you're cool with Charlie Kirk or something.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm glad that I am a citizen, you know?
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean...
I think we're blessed.
Yeah, but I'm not going to let people say, well, you're a hypocrite. Like, no, dude. Like, that means we should keep that policy forever just because I benefited from it once.
No,
like,
I get you. Because you're not a hypocrite because you're being consistent with it.
Yeah, and it hurts because I have people in my community that will be affected by that stuff. But, like, you know...
But it is what it is, right? Why aren't other countries working on being better? You know, Mexico's sovereign in a way.
Mm.
They are sovereign. They have resources. What's going on?
Yeah.
Why does everybody want to leave there? It could be better. They could perfect it.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird that people like to hate on the U.S. and yet they want people to come here.
Yeah. Or
the U.S. is a horrible, disgusting place.
But everybody still wants to come here.
Yeah, but it's like... I don't know, dude. It's crazy. Like, a Mexican could be like, oh my, fucking Mexico's so much better. America's racist, bigoted, and horrible. But you have to let me live here, though.
Oh no, for sure. And you know, and I like both places. You know, I do think American culture is garbage, though.
No,
in a sense.
You think it's not, or it is?
It is, in a sense, the culture, because of how it's all over the place.
Sure.
But I love the country and what it stands for. Just the culture. Is one thing. You know what I mean? That's
but culture is something that you have, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
You don't have to subscribe to the culture of the U.S. just because you live here.
No, that's true.
You have your Mexican culture that you follow, as long as...
And I love that, because I love Mexico, too.
Yeah.
But I'm also not going to be like, oh, Mexico's so much better.
I think culture is different than the law, though. You know, those are two different things. But
no, you're right. That's why I love the country. It's just sometimes the cultures, it just feels really divided. You know?
Yeah, it's very divided.
It's very divided. Like, it's like we're all supposed to be it's supposed to be diverse.
Sure.
But we're still in our own space, divided.
Right.
The Mexicans and the whites and the blacks.
Sure.
We still kind of keep it divided in a sense.
In a sense, you know. I mean, it's really easy to look at the internet, and if all you see is the internet, you would think that the U.S. is on fire and that everyone hates each other.
Yeah.
And then
that's probably what
you're looking at the phone, you're looking at these TikToks, reels, and you're just like, oh my God, dude. The country's going to shit.
And I think that's why people are going nuts.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're going crazy.
Because dude, if you put the phone down and you walk outside down the sidewalk, you're good. You're fine, dude. Like, you see another person.
I try not to let it get to me, but I keep up with a lot of politics just for this channel's purpose. And
it's tough, dude.
Dude, it messes with my head. Sometimes I have to take a break with it.
Dude, you ever crazy? You ever you're looking at your phone, you're looking at some political shit. You're literally just sitting in your own room in your own house. You get pissed off. You're like, man, fucking, see what's going on in politics? Fuck. And then you just have to take a step outside and be like, oh, wait, not everything on the phone is real life.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what everybody says. Like, if you just stay off the news for a while and the internet, you'll heal.
It's all propaganda,
the world will heal.
bro.
Yeah, it is all propaganda.
And sometimes, dude, it's all propaganda. Even if it's for your own side, it's still propaganda, you know, at the end of the day. Like, it seems that media wants to keep us separate, wants us to fight each other. When in reality, all these problems could be dealt with through the law. But if we're too busy looking at each other, we never look up and look at the government and see what the real root cause of the issues are. Because we're just too busy fighting each other. And I don't think it's a super smart take. I'm sure most people know that. You know what I mean?
That is true.
We're keeping ourselves divided.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, because I know a lot of people try to blame certain people for everything.
Sure.
You know? I don't know. I just look at people like humans.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we have to do, you know? We're all brothers and sisters in Christ in a sense.
You're not white or black. You're just human. Right.
Yeah. We all bleed red, bro. I said we all bleed red.
Right. And I feel like a lot of this internet stuff has become really racist too.
Oh yeah.
In a sense. Like, some of it, don't get me wrong, I think some of it's funny. Maybe I shouldn't be laughing at it. I don't know.
You can laugh at things. Yeah. It's whatever.
But I feel like people do get triggered about it. Like, whoa.
100%.
They get to the point where they want to be violent.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like, ooh.
I mean, like how I keep saying about left and right, you know, people wanting to fight each other. I mean, it's a popular topic. Like, after Charlie Kirk was assassinated, people kept talking about how the media has no issue calling Donald Trump Hitler, a Nazi, a fascist. Dude. And how do you deal with Nazis and fascists? Do you vote them out? You can't vote you know, for a Nazi to like stop what they're doing. You can't vote.
You have to go to war with them.
You have to commit violence.
Yeah.
And if you're going to keep convincing people
that's what he is,
that's what they are,
it's going to make people go crazy.
People are going to start, you know, doing what they think needs to be done.
You think that's why he's been deploying troops? Or like the National Guard to different cities?
I think he's doing that because of the crime, right? Yeah. Washington, D.C., I think is where he started. It was very crime-ridden.
Yeah, and he was like, well, how could it be like the White House is here? And it's like that.
And you can't walk out the streets at night.
I see his logical approach to it.
I have no issue with him employing the National Guard, especially with this tone of gang violence.
And a lot of people are against it because they're like, oh, he's an authoritarian, or he's this and that.
And yeah, you can see it that way, you know? You can understand where someone would be like, holy shit.
But possibly we need some of that?
I think we do.
The ICE thing's going crazy. The ICE protests and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you saw that like an ICE facility got shot up.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That dude was crazy. And he shot ICE people.
Yeah.
ICE
agents?
ICE people, no, people that were the arrestees.
Oh, really?
Or the ones that were arrested. Mm-hmm. Is that what you call them? Arrestees?
Yeah, sure. You can say that. People were arrested or arrested.
Yeah, the immigrants that were arrested. He ended up shooting them.
I'm sure it was indiscriminate, just whatever, you know?
Yeah, but he was trying to target the ICE.
Sure, yeah.
So it's like, what?
Well, I mean, it's funny because it's a section of the government, right? Mm-hmm. That's like, I don't know.
That's why I don't like the mass deportation thing. It's almost too much. Maybe we should focus more on like the hard criminals.
How do you do that?
But yeah, you're right.
You have to think logistically. How is the government going to be doing all this?
You're right.
The law has to be indiscriminate, you know?
Yeah, you're right. Right.
Justice is blind.
Yeah. So they have to just get everybody pretty
much.
Right.
They're like, well, you should deport the bad ones first. Shit, dude, how do we figure that out?
Yeah, I guess it sounds bad when conservatives are like, just deport them all.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds horrible, you know? But at the end of the day, like, do you think an illegal immigrant didn't know the cost of coming in here illegally?
They didn't. They always have.
And
that's why they've always been low key about it, even before things got like this.
Sure, yeah.
They've always been kind of like, I don't want to say I'm illegal.
You know, I mean, you can.
I guess a lot of people just feel safe because they're in sanctuary states.
Yeah. And I mean, Obama was very hard on immigration. Like
he was too. People don't look at that.
No.
They don't look at how many people he deported.
Shit, we never called Obama a Nazi, you know, a fascist. Is it because he was a Democrat? Is it because he was black? Who's to say?
I think it's ridiculous. It's funny because sometimes I do Lyft, and I was talking to this lady, and in the end she was like, we were talking about politics and stuff. I was like, you know, but just because you're Republican, I told her just because you're Republican doesn't mean that you agree with everything Republicans do. I don't think just because you're Republican, it doesn't mean you're a fascist.
No, I don't know.
And you know what she told me, dude? Oh, heck no.
What?
Before she was about to leave because I already got to her place when I said that. Yeah. She was like, no, believe me, you're smart. She's like, being Republican is fascist. And I was like, oh, okay. And then she shut the door and left. And I was like, what the hell is wrong with this lady? I was like, in my head, I was like, you're part of the problem.
I mean, it's hard. Really? Like, how can you say that?
How can you say that, bro?
What if we started?
It's funny because I didn't tell her that I sided more on the Republican side.
Sure,
I didn't get to tell her that part, but after she said that, I was like,
right. What? How do you have a conversation with someone like that?
You don't, bro. That's ridiculous.
What if I was talking with someone who was liberal, you know, whatever, and I just decided, like, yeah, you know what? You're a fascist. You're a Nazi. Like, no, I'm not. What's your proof? I'm like, no, I don't need proof. You're a Nazi. And you know what? Because you're a Nazi and a fascist, I think I should kill you. That's what you do to Nazis. You kill them. So I'm going to call you a Nazi so I can kill you now.
That's horrible.
Like that's the logic.
Yeah, I see your point of view.
I'm sure you've heard the quote, they don't kill you because you're a Nazi. They call you a Nazi so they can kill you. And it's just like, dude,
And that kind of hateful, disgusting, absurd rhetoric is what makes these people go crazy.
100%. If you keep convincing them so much and you keep implementing these ideas,
right?
There's tons of normal people out there.
That's why I have a problem with a lot of the Democrats that are like speaking against Trump.
Sure.
Because they make it look like that.
You can disagree with the president. You can protest against the president. It is your God-given right in the U.S. But to start to instill violent rhetoric to convince people that
in a subliminal way too, because they don't like say it directly, but they get the people riled up.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. I hate to sound like a weird conspiracy theorist. A lot of people talk about like the Matrix, you know, but it's like
trying to crack the Matrix.
Well, once you like take a step back and view everything, it starts to feel like you're breaking out of the Matrix. It starts to feel like you can see the code. Yeah. If you look at a media post about like, I think someone was making MSNBC on TikTok was talking about Cash Patel, something that he was doing.
Yeah.
They will put this very like ominous, like rushed up music, you know, like the music while you're reading the quotes, like very just like hardcore. And as you're reading it, you're like, oh shit, dude, this is nuts.
Start ripping your shirt.
They put pictures of him where he looks all like angry or like stupid, or like it's all done on purpose. They're trying to push a message, and you know, I mean, I think the right does it too, but I don't think the right is calling people fascists and Nazis and advocating for violence.
That's ridiculous. Where did this come from? That's insane, dude.
It was just kind of, it's a weird style of politics that kind of started when Trump got in office. I don't think it's something he did. I think it was a reaction to having him as a president.
I think he means good in some aspects.
I'm sure. I'm sure Democrats mean good.
Yeah, for sure, definitely. Because there's been violence against them too. There was
absolutely.
Was it?
We just have a different.
I think it was a Democrat in Minnesota. Let's look it up real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
Can you look up was it Democrats that got murdered?
Jamie, pull that up.
I know, right?
You want to look
My
up?
bad, bro.
No, you're good.
What is it? Democrat senator killed in Minnesota, I think it is, or is it Minneapolis?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
I think you do. And this slipped through the cracks.
Yeah.
In a sense, nobody really talked about this.
Well, it happened right before Charlie Kirk got assassinated, right? Talking about the Minnesota legislators.
Yeah. Was that her?
I believe so. Yup. And oddly enough, I'm hearing a lot of different things about this.
Dead. Yeah, that one.
Is it the one where like someone broke into their house?
Yeah. What was her name?
John Hoffman was shot, and then who else was the lady? Melissa Hortman.
Melissa Hortman. Her and her husband shot and killed in their home. And they killed their dogs.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, dude.
And it's funny, you know, and I that's why I hate when the right tries to make it too much about the left. Because it's like, what about them though? Nobody talked about them.
Right.
We didn't make them martyrs. They didn't make it as big of a deal. But I talk about this stuff too because I want to be fair to people. Know that I say rest in peace to Charlie Kirk, and I say rest in peace to Melissa Hortman too. You know.
It's tough because I feel like there's no sympathy, no mercy.
I don't think those people are on either side. They're just crazy.
Sometimes.
Why would you think politics is? Why would you think politics gives you the permission to kill people?
Oh, it doesn't.
It doesn't. That's ridiculous. What were you looking up now?
I was trying to see the facts on it. I heard that people were trying to say that it was a right wing political violence by killing those people. Some people said that the person wasn't right wing.
Yeah.
That
the person supposedly said that the Republicans made him do it, right?
No. Apparently he said Tim Walz was the reason he did it.
Wait, who's Tim Walz? Oh, isn't he like a media guy?
He was going to be the VP that was running with Kamala Harris. Like
that's what I'm saying. So he's trying to say that the Democrat. Oh, what?
Yeah, I don't know that he was a Democrat.
Dude, he's crazy. Then I thought he said that the Republicans made him do, but
I'm not going to speak to it because I don't know all the facts.
Yeah, I don't know all the facts either. But regardless, I was going to say he's crazy. Why would either party make you?
You have no right to do that. You know, left or right, you have no right to do that.
Yeah, that's what's.
Violence of that matter. I don't care what your side you're on. You know, you could be a Christian conservative person who voted for Trump. I'm not going to defend that shit. That's bullshit. You know, like let's just be real. We have to condemn violence no matter who it's coming from.
For sure. That's the thing we need to do. What I wanted to talk about too. What do you think about Nick Fuentes?
I think he's out there. He's very out there.
He's wild, bro. Have you seen his intro video?
I think so.
It makes me laugh because there's like hip hop music,
Mhm.
and then in the background he echoes. He's like, I'm a Catholic. I believe in Jesus Christ as my Lord and Savior.
Well,
And then when the video starts,
Mhm.
he starts saying a bunch of crazy shit. Oh,
Yeah.
what the?
I mean, I think the reason he's gained a lot of popularity
Bro,
is
he's
because
wild.
yeah, he's saying a lot of things that people were thinking,
Yeah.
and shit, dude, it's not.
He's just really out there about it.
very.
Right? Do you think a little too much, like Myron
Yeah,
Gaines?
absolutely.
Like
It's too
Myron
much.
Gaines.
Yeah.
Myron Gaines is almost obsessed with it.
Yeah.
Like I worry about that guy's mental health.
Right.
Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm like, dude,
You can't be obsessing
you're
with
going
these
way
politics,
too,
dude. It's crazy.
you're way too critical on Israel.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
like to the point where it's like, whoa, chill.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's the same reason Trump got into office, right?
Yeah.
He was so polarizing. He was so like out there. And it's like, holy shit, dude. Like, yeah,
Right.
everyone vote for this guy.
Because they had Biden in the administration,
Mm.
and then the whole like border thing got bad,
Yeah.
and that's where it's like, oh,
I
you
mean,
know
dude,
what I
I'll be
mean?
real with you. I think when was Trump first in office? Was it 2016 or was it after? I forget. I want to say it was like the 2016.
Look it up so we can
2016
politically
election.
correct.
I mean, I like to think of it as we're just two guys having a conversation. you
Yeah,
know?
no, yeah.
I do believe in the truth. We
It
should
is
never
nice to have a
lie.
computer though, just to be like, oh, let's look this up
Absolutely.
for sure.
But like the first time that Trump was in the political like race, I was young, you know,
Right.
and in my mind, I was like, holy shit, dude, this guy's a fucking racist.
That's
Oh,
why everybody made you think, huh?
Well, no, dude.
At first, that's what
I
I thought,
was
too.
a Democrat forever
Yeah.
because in my mind, I was like, oh, well, I'm Mexican. I have friends who are immigrants, and the Republican Party is a party of the racists. You know, Republicans are the racist white supremacists.
That's what they make it seem. That's what I was telling my pops about that too.
Mhm.
I was like, bro, why does everybody say that Republicans are racist? And then they look at me crazy when I side with when I say I'm more on the Republican side.
Yeah, it's
Because I'm a
2016.
national Mexican. Because nationally I'm a Mexican.
Right, yeah.
But I'm a U.S. resident.
Mhm.
But they think I'm crazy because I side more on the Republican.
Sure,
values.
yeah. Well,
Because I'm a
because-
conservative, bro.
yeah, I wasn't always.
Get real.
I didn't always think of myself as a conservative.
No.
I'd say I thought of myself as kind of a liberal
Yeah,
in,
dude.
in high school.
Yeah, when I was younger, I thought I was more of a liberal because
Yeah.
I was that like, oh, let live and let live.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
Everyone
was
can do
like,
what they want.
Well,
You
I
know?
smoke weed. I guess I'm a liberal.
Yeah, there you go. But
used
like,
to smoke
I
weed.
even told
But when I
friends.
was in high school, I did, and I thought because of that, like I was a liberal.
Sure, yeah.
You know?
When you're young, you know, you see things differently.
Yeah.
And I do think the school systems do indoctrinate people into leftism or just Democrat systems, you know? You ever see a school out here in Colorado that's pro-Trump? Any school is pro-Trump?
No,
Any school
Like
that's
you said, they're
teaching
really-
about Republicans?
they're really liberal and democratic.
Always. It's Hispanic Heritage Month right now, technically. And I work in schools. So
I didn't know that, so that's interesting that you're
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
that perspective on these things.
it's like I work in schools and I see the posters they put up, right?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, look, it's Hispanic Heritage Month. And they post a bunch of like very famous, popular Hispanic people. Some people are musicians, some people are politicians, and all the people you see are all Democrats. They never put up, you know, like, oh, this guy did a lot of good stuff, even though he's
know
but he's a
why?
Republican.
Because they want to be so politically correct,
Yeah,
or they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, huh?
I think so.
That's possibly
And-
part of it. And everybody has this rhetoric that it's racist.
Right. But
That you're
I think the Democratic Party's done plenty of racist stuff.
if you're a Republican, you're a fascist and a racist.
Right.
You gotta be kidding me, dude. You instill that in people's
It's a
minds
very
and
narrow-minded
young people's
viewpoint.
minds.
Yeah.
And then it just becomes craziness.
Did you see that one video that this woman she was talking with her daughter who was like 11 or 12 years old, and she said that she was talking about the Charlie Kirk assassination, and then she brought it up while her daughter was there.
Yeah.
Her daughter was like 11, 12, and her daughter immediately said like, "Oh, him? Yeah, I hate him."
To Trump.
No, Charlie.
About Charlie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude.
When
It
he
was-
got assassinated.
It was ridiculous because I've seen a lot of people praise it.
Oh yeah, but
Especially
what
a
I'm
lot-
bringing up is that this woman, her child who was like 11 to 12 years old, when asked about it, when they were talking about Charlie Kirk's assassination, she said, "Oh yeah, I hate him." And then the mom was like, you don't even know him. Why do you hate him?
Why do you hate
It's
him?
like,
Yeah.
it's like, what? Do you hate him?
And I noticed, dude, on the internet.
Where do you think she's getting that?
Yeah, from the propaganda that you're talking about.
Yeah, at a middle school.
Is all propaganda.
At a middle school I was working at, I saw this 6th grader. This girl was asking, she saw it on her phone, and she was like, "Man, I'm seeing a lot of stuff about Charlie Kirk. You know, he got killed. Like, why is everyone making a big deal about it? Like, who was he?" She didn't know. And then the teacher was just like, "Oh, well, it's because he was a very popular person, I guess, you know, and he meant a lot to a lot of people. He didn't mean, you know, not to me. I didn't like him. But, you know, like, I think when she said that, I almost wanted to cut her off and be like, hey, you can inform children about what's going on if they have a question.
Yeah.
But it's not up to you to give your own personal politics to these middle schoolers."
Yeah. What did she give her personal? Or she just said, "I just didn't like him." But
That's all she said. But I think that's enough. Because if these children look up to you, you're their teachers, their leaders. And if your teachers and leaders say, "I don't like that person,"
yeah.
then you should be like, "Oh, well, I guess I don't like them either."
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because
Yeah.
they were young, impressionable kids, right?
Yeah.
I think the better way would have been like,
Just state the facts.
I would have been like, it's a horrible thing. Murder is bad.
Murder is horrible.
And political violence is not right.
Yeah.
That's how I would have put it.
I guess she was asking
right.
why it's a big deal. And she could have just said, "Oh, he's a,
Because he was a popular conservative.
he was
a lot of people looked up to him.
Sure.
You
You
know,
didn't
like-
even have to say that.
Or
You just
you're
said that he was, you know, he was a political pundit, someone who talks about
right.
politics.
Yeah, someone talks about politics.
And he was an innocent man who was assassinated.
Yeah,
Do you know
and
this-
sometimes people go crazy over it and
Yeah,
kill
yeah.
people because of their views, which is wrong. We
Right.
should be able to talk about it, free speech.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Yeah, now
Not
it's
gonna-
like getting to a point where free speech isn't even.
No, oh yeah, dude.
What was like, do we even have freedom of speech anymore? Like,
I mean, we have it, you know.
yeah,
But like,
it's just people are crazy about it.
yeah, dude. Some people go nuts.
Dude, like the balls and Steven Crowder.
Yeah, you saw they came back. Crazy. I can.
So God bless that man.
Dude, I'll be honest, before Charlie Kirk's assassination, I always watched Charlie's videos and agreed a lot with him.
Yeah.
But I stopped watching his videos because I felt like he wasn't doing the greatest job at what he's doing.
No, I did
felt
too.
that-
You know, my bad.
No,
Keep
go
going.
ahead.
No, keep going though.
I was just gonna say it started to feel like he was dunking on people more than, you know, learning and teaching people.
Yeah, I felt that too. At first it was cool, and then I started seeing these videos, and I was like, all right, bro. You're getting too much. Like, oh, that's a W.
Right.
I got a W
It's
on me.
like, nah, man.
Yeah.
Steven Crowder, I think, does a much better job.
He does a much better job. Yeah, because he was trying to just win them at the debate, not really
Right.
teach them. And then he made these people like, yeah. And then
Well,
they start
yeah.
hating the people that go up there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 100%.
Which is also kind of wrong in a sense, right?
Yeah.
And that's
have to
one reason.
understand each other.
That's one reason I stopped. Because I used to be like really like his content at first,
Yeah.
but then he started being really pro-Israel, and I'm like, what's up with that?
I don't
Why
mind.
do you be so pro-Israel? You know,
I think it's bad when
I'm not
people
pro-Israel.
blindly follow things.
I'm not gonna say I'm pro-Israel or pro-Palestine.
Sure.
I'm just pro-life, man. Like, what's going on? You know
Are
what
you
I mean?
pro-life?
Yeah. In the sense of like, you know, I don't want nobody getting killed out
Yeah,
there,
no, of
but
course.
I can't
Bro,
control
all
it.
lives matter.
All lives matter. Yeah, yes, sir.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's nuts, man. It's a lot of condemnation, a lot of judgmental people. You know, on both sides, I'll say, you know. But like, we just really have to have conversations with people, understand each other better.
Yeah.
It's getting harder
That's-
and harder to do that.
That's why I'm happy that we touched base on the things we did, especially like the homosexual thing, LGBT
Sure,
thing,
yeah.
because I want people in that community to know that like not all Christians are hateful,
No, of course.
and we're not gonna
No.
hate on you. And if you want to go to church, you can. You know?
Absolutely.
The doctrine is the doctrine, but at the end, we're all sinners, and that's
100%.
and whatever you have going on is, you know, whatever sins you have going on is between you and Christ.
Sure, yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to judge someone because they sin differently than I do. I'm also a sinner.
Exactly. See, and that's where I feel like that's why I feel like we need to put it in perspective to some Christians.
Yeah.
Because they don't see it that way.
Right,
Like, what
right.
do you mean, dude? You're not perfect. What are you doing that we don't know? You probably got some
Exactly.
porn in your incognito
Oh, dude,
tablet, or
shit, dude.
you know what I mean?
I've known some pastors
You're
who
probably like shacking up with some girls, or you
Yeah.
probably bought an escort. or something, right? You know what I mean?
There are people at the end of the day, and people are going to sin. People,
Yeah, for sure.
I don't care if you're a pastor, if you're not free from sin, you know?
Right, yeah,
and
for sure. You're still going to have bad thoughts, even if you control your physical sins. You're still going to have mental sins. Because if you're like,
well, yeah, the Bible says if you already coveted a woman with your eyes, you already did it in your heart, you know?
You committed adultery in your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's hard to do sometimes.
I think if you look at a woman and you say, damn, she got a fat ass, that's a sin. You're already sexualized.
Like Alex Stein, big booty Latinas, don't deport big booty Latinas. That piece is savage. Yeah. No, but I get what you're saying. And it's even harder now because like a lot of modern day women dress so provocatively. You're like, bruh. You're like, whoa. Well, what I think you're like that. Have you ever seen The Mask with Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
You're like, his tongue rolls out.
I think, I mean, what they'll tell you is like, why are you looking, man? You know, why are you doing
this? It's like, what, lady? What it's like, it's like,
I get that to an extent, yes. You know, we shouldn't be looking.
Right, for sure.
We shouldn't be sexualizing.
Yeah.
Also, you shouldn't be walking out half naked.
Yeah. Like, put some clothes on.
Like, come on, dude. I don't know.
Agree with that. That's why it's hard at the gym too, because I'm like, whoa.
It's weird, dude. I mean, imagine if I started wearing tights and you could see my dick. You know, it's
right. And they wear these spandex that like go up their butt.
Oh yes.
To where it like emphasizes.
Those are kind of newer. I started noticing that.
Yeah, those are really popular. And they always wear them at the gyms, and I'm like,
giving yourself a wedgie, contouring, you know, those parts.
Yeah. So I was like, imagine if men came in here like that. You'd probably be like, what the, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you heard like Shane Gillis's joke, right? About like volleyball. He was watching volleyball, and those girls are wearing those really like tight like shorts for volleyball. And I was like, yeah, why do we need that? I was like, oh, we need them, you know? It's like, we need that to be like aerodynamic and everything. I'm like, okay, so why aren't the special ed volleyball teams wearing skin tight shorts, you know? Like, you're gonna make them wear that?
That is so weird. You know, I never
thought
like
about
the
that. And one.
I never thought about that. Why do the volleyball girls dress like that, dude? Do you know how many grown men go there for that?
God, yeah.
Especially like ones that are married and their kid goes to school or whatever. That's so weird.
At the end of the day, I think they should have a choice. They should have freedom.
Grown men going to see teen girls play volleyball.
Yeah,
sexualizing them. That's so nasty. I didn't even think about it that way until you brought it up. Because a lot of guys are like, oh yeah.
Well, they'll say that they're just shorts. They're just normal, and you're the problem. Why are you making it sexual?
Right.
You know. So it's like, well, I'm not.
I'm not.
I'm just like, why can't you wear baggy shorts?
Why can't you wear normal shorts?
Yeah.
Like I wear normal shorts when I'm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, let's just start going to the gym in tights, bro. Start wearing fucking Lululemon, bro.
Right, bro.
Fucking bending over to pick up the dumbbells. Like, oops.
That's terrible.
It's just like, I don't know.
It's like, I get like they complain that guys look, but then it's like,
which they
why
shouldn't
can't you
be
wear?
looking.
Which they shouldn't. You know, and I've been bad about that too. Or sometimes I'm just staring off into space and I'm like, oh, oops.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but why can't they just wear normal shorts?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's their choice, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But I guess what I'm getting at is that, like, why is that normal nowadays, you know? Back in the day, you couldn't do that. I mean, shit, nowadays you can't do that in the Middle East, but whatever.
Yeah, Sharia law.
Yeah,
they don't play.
Yeah.
They do have freedom of religion, but yeah, they don't play still.
That's another topic that's tough to talk about with people because you get branded as a racist.
For what?
You know how people are very like pro-immigration on the left,
Yeah,
and it's like they want a lot
who
of
cares?
like,
Leave them alone.
let them come in. You know, it's like, well, us who are Americans and are Christian are being condemned, but Muslims who practice Sharia law, it's like, oh no, they're innocent. You know, they're innocent, good people. Let them in. I'm like,
that's true.
Okay,
I get what you're saying.
I know Muslim people. I have Muslim friends, and they're not practicing all those things. You know. I'm not going to say we should get rid of them. Absolutely not.
No.
But like at the same time, it's there's a lot of double standards. You know.
I agree. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like this is very controversial shit. I don't think it should be.
No, it shouldn't.
But it is.
Especially, yeah. Because I've read into the Dubai stuff, and I'm like, okay, this is interesting. You're free to practice stuff, but you can't like be debating people about the Quran and the Bible or stuff like that. You don't have that kind of freedom like you do in the United States. So that's what's amazing about the United States.
Yeah. We have the freedom to do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people are very privileged and they don't even see it. That we're even allowed
sure.
to have the opinions that we have. You don't.
Yeah,
you can't have that in other countries.
I agree, bro. I agree.
You can't go to China and just say like, yeah, I don't really like Mao Zedong. It's like, excuse me? All right. Well,
Right? Why don't you go to North Korea, bro?
Yeah.
And say you don't like Kim Jong Un?
Dude, go to Kim Jong Un's face and say, we need to be diverse, We need to be...
Go throw a pride flag at him and see what happens.
I mean, just see what happened.
You'll probably get shot on the spot.
See what happened to that one dude? I forgot what he did, but he was on a tourist company.
Yeah.
Where he was going to go visit China. I don't know why they said they had to make a stop in North Korea. Mm-hmm. But they made a stop in North Korea. The touring company seemed to be very controversial. So they went to North Korea and they allowed them to be in a hotel and do whatever they're doing there. Mm-hmm. And I guess there was a sign in the hallway that I don't remember what it said.
It was North Korea, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But this guy saw the sign and he was like, oh, I don't agree with that. And he took the sign down.
Oh, I heard about that. About that.
And so they caught him on camera doing that. Dude. And they were like, well, that's a crime. So it's North Korea. I don't play, dude. They were just like, just for that, you're going to prison. And they don't care. They were like, oh yeah, you're going to be here for 15 years.
I just don't know why in your mind you would think it's okay to go to another country and do things like that. Come on, get real, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's not okay to do it here either.
Was he in the United States?
I believe he was a United States citizen. And went to prison for years where they tortured him to the point that he finally got they ripped his teeth out and shit. They tortured him so much that he was brain dead by the time he came back to the U.S. and then he died shortly after.
Oh, that's so sad.
Horrible. But because he didn't agree with a sign and he took it down. If I didn't agree with the sign...
That's also kind of messed up.
Very.
On their end.
Oh,
but
100%. 100%. I'm not saying it's good.
Dude, if you know you're in North Korea, come on, my boy.
Right. But what I'm saying is if I'm in a Best Western or a Holiday Inn and I see, LGBTQ flag and I take it down... No, but I'm the equivalent. He was at a hotel or something,
Right.
North Korean hotel.
Yeah.
Because
you're putting it in an American.
Right, exactly. Yeah, so if I take down a sign that I don't agree with, honestly, they're probably not going to do a thing.
No.
At most, they can give me a fine, maybe, and say, hey, we don't like that, stop doing that.
Right.
But, people don't realize how privileged we really are. This is not a fascist country by any means.
No, by any means.
By any means.
No, you're right. I don't think it is. That's where people got it twisted up.
Yeah, very.
They're trying to make it seem like something else.
Yeah, dude. And I mean, you'll see immigrants coming from Cuba.
Then the right are like, oh, the left they're trying to be communists.
Yeah. And then you'll see people immigrating from Cuba and real communist
you really
places.
think they're trying to be communists?
I think they would like to. I think they have an idea of what communism is, and they would like to see that happen here.
That's weird.
They're always going to bring up the good things. You know, communism.
But they're never going to bring up the bad things.
Right.
What do you mean my whole check is going to go to the government?
Yeah.
Huh? What if I want...
They like to bring up the good points.
I like nice things, Dad. I know...
Oh, yeah.
I know I'm a Christian, but I still like nice things.
I hear you.
I like nice tech. I like,
You're worldly, bro.
Yes. Oh, my.
Give up your possessions.
I better repent. Hey, should I be like those guys? Like those mega churches that brainwash everybody to give them all their stuff.
Oh my God, no, yeah.
Because then they'll go to heaven.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. Like I was saying before, you cannot blindly follow any man. Even a church, even a pastor.
I forgot what pastor it was from Texas, but man, that man.
Joel Osteen or really old looking dude.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
It might be that guy. I forgot.
Yeah.
There was
Oh, Kenneth Coleman.
Oh,
right? Is that what his name is?
I think so. I think I know what you're talking about.
I think it might.
Yeah, he said some dumb stuff. He has his own private jets and all this stuff.
What kind of pastor has that stuff, dude? He was this media star pastor in the '90s, and I think that's how he got away with
Kenneth Copeland.
Kenneth Copeland. My apologies.
Yeah. I remember this thing. He was coming out of the airport. He's has his private jet. He has his own limo and everything. Mm-hmm. And this news reporter was like, "Oh, sir, doesn't the Bible say that it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter heaven?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then his response was, "Well, all things are possible through God."
What?
Like, bro,
Bro,
no.
what? That's what his response was? Damn, do you even understand the doctrine?
No, dude. He got rich off of, using the Bible. Like, but people who aren't Christian will point to that and say, you see?
This is why we don't need Christian nationalism.
Yeah, it's like, oh my god, you're gonna use one person, you're gonna use 5, 10 people, whatever. Yeah. Like, all right, look, hot take. Like, I'm not gonna say, oh, remember that one gay person who, who essayed a little boy? Am I gonna say all gay people are like that?
No, and that's what people make it seem like, too. Yeah.
But some people on the right will do that.
But that's true. But I don't agree with the adoption of. That's a hard one.
That's a hard topic to talk about.
That's super hard.
I don't. Yeah.
To me, it's cringe, but hey, who am I to judge, right?
Exactly.
Legally, we can't do nothing about it.
No, I think legally we shouldn't.
Yeah.
There's gonna be cases that are bad, but there's gonna be cases on both sides.
But we don't want to take the right away of gays to adopt kids.
No, of course not. Absolutely not. That would be saying that all gay people are doing this.
Yeah.
And which is not true. And we can't judge everyone based off of, a few cases.
I guess we gotta understand how the modern world is.
All the Catholic priests, the choir boys.
That's one thing that they use. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean it's true. That's happened. It's
horrendous. They're supposed to be strict. That's nasty.
Exactly.
What do? They essay them?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, dude.
Are they little kids, dude?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Old people. Yeah. It happens. It's disgusting.
Nasty.
Yeah, I'm gonna condemn that too.
Yeah, I'm gonna condemn that for sure.
Just the same way that I'm not going to judge every Christian Catholic based on that, I'm not going to judge every gay and trans person based off a few cases either. Mm-hmm. Like at the end of the day, we have to see each other as people.
And they're
first.
human too,
Yeah.
So
like we have to.
If they call themselves Christians, then I guess I can't say no. You're not a Christian.
I mean,
because you're gay.
Well, I think you can if they're doing horrible stuff.
Right.
There is righteous judgment.
That's true.
I'm not going to judge someone who is not of the church by my standard, but someone who is of the church, I'm going to judge them by God's standard.
Especially if they're preaching.
We have to.
If they're preaching this stuff, but yet they're having orgies on the weekend with men and women, right? Or all men.
If it's a member of the church doing that, we have to
call them out.
And
that's why I have an issue with some of the church leaders now.
Yeah.
When I tell you that they only call out the women, or they only call out the men, because it's easier. And
fair enough.
The women, they just kind of don't let him do this.
Women are the ones who offer more money to the church.
They're the
who
reason.
Organize more things for the church.
That's true. That's why they don't want to. What is it?
I mean,
they don't want to.
Let's call it what it is.
Run the wrong way.
Yeah, they don't want to hurt the bottom line. Yeah, they want to hurt the money.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's not.
It's not about the money.
Not at all.
Call them out, bruh. Call them out.
Yeah. Call out evil.
Stop being hoes.
When you put it like that,
Well, the preacher shouldn't say that, but I'll say it.
You have to call it out for everyone,
Right. Women stop being hoes. Men stop being.
Call them hoes.
I guess they're hoes too.
Yeah. If they're doing that,
men
call
stop
them
being
hoes.
hoes. Yeah, they're both hoes. I guess.
Might give a different word for them to seem nicer or worse.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say something that was more
man.
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm just gonna call them a hoe too.
Yeah, you're right. I guess they're hoes too. Yeah, if you're a male, you could be
equal,
a hoe too.
bro.
Yeah, if you're a male, you could be a hoe too.
Absolutely.
I feel like a lot of people, what's up with that? With the red pill content. Oh no, men. What do they say? Men can't be hoes. Men are the hoe makers.
Yeah, dude. It's a lot of trash.
Question mark.
There's they always come up with weird logic to justify it. There's just one thing that said all right, if you have a lock, you use this lock for your closet where you have your valuable stuff. Mm-hmm. But any key, whatever key, can open that lock. Yeah, that's a shitty lock. But a key that can open any lock is an amazing key.
That's the way they justify it.
Yeah, and I'm like, no.
No, bro. Men and women should not be degenerates.
Exactly. We shouldn't. Promiscuity is not, a virtue that we should follow.
No. And that's the problem with today's day and age. Morality is subjective now.
Yeah.
So it depends on who you ask. Morality is subjective.
Right.
What?
Relativism.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Relativism.
Relativism.
Everything's relative, But I mean,
I don't agree with that because it's then what is morality then?
Right.
It's subjective.
Well, I mean, that's why we
If
use
it's
extreme
subjective,
examples, you know? 'Cause even,
To me, morality is not about self. It's about everything outside of oneself.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, we have, a moral barometer in the Bible.
Yeah.
For us as Christians.
And they try to say like, oh, we don't need the Bible for morality.
Sure.
That's what people say.
I think whether they choose to realize it or not. Well, I mean, as a Christian, right? We would think whether they believe in it or not, they have morality instilled in them from God. We know right from wrong.
Amen. Yeah.
But, whether they choose to believe in that or not. But, like, with relativism, I could say, yeah, I don't think murder's bad. I mean, you might think that, but I don't.
Yeah, for real.
I don't think stealing is bad. As a matter of fact, I'm going to steal this.
Right. You know what? I'm going to shoot this guy.
Yeah,
Steal
there's
this.
nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
You think it's relative, bro. Like, you have to test the logic in all instances.
It's not more to me.
Right. That's why you have to test the logic in all instances, in extreme cases, to really see the truth of it.
Yeah. To really see where people's logic fails.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, I don't know. We're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Far from it. I'm fucking flawed, brother.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with you, bro. I think we can end it on that.
Yeah, why not, man?
For sure.
Just having a conversation, just chilling.
Heck yeah, I'm
great talking to you.
I'll stop it. Man, we went now.
Yeah, it was like an hour 30. I don't even know. Feels like it's like 2 hours.